In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between.
Birra Italiana.
It's such a great meaning.
Angela Peratti, Valgana Italia.
And perhaps a little perspective.
1877.
I'm John.
I'm Piro Angelo.
I'm Piro Bagario.
I'm Angelo Peretti. Yeah.
We're drinking beers.
And I'm Quattro Lupoli.
Quattro Lupoli.
Italian. It says
Yeah.
at the bottom there.
You know, it's quite nice actually for a...
It is actually quite nice. For what looks like a fake beer.
It looks like a make-believe beer that we're drinking.
It says on the top of it, it looks like it says Beerifico.
Yeah.
Like it's a sort of
This is
circus.
terrific.
A circus...
Strongman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, come see Beerifico.
Beerifico.
And he's just wasted.
Yeah.
Surrounded by cans.
He is stacked, but
He is
absolutely
fucking
hammered.
stacked.
I cannot emphasize that enough.
What's great is that he's always up for it. You know, like, tonight, watch Beerifico. What's he going to do? Like, lift an elephant? I don't know.
He's going to try.
He's going to try.
And he's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. He's either going to lift it or throw up all over the side of it.
Beerifico, are you sure you're okay? No, I've got it.
I've got this.
No one's 100% certain whether he's a good strongman, but everyone knows he's an absolute lad.
Yeah. He's got a heart of gold.
It's hard to go.
And I will go see Beerifico whenever I can.
Yeah.
I really like Beerifico.
You know, for a beer I only bought because there were £2 off on Tesco Club Card.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wow. No expense spared here.
It's surprisingly good.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering when you got it out the fridge and we laughed at Beerifico,
It's not bad, is it?
it is not bad.
No.
It's got a tiny Italian flag on the top there.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's cultured.
Sign of quality.
Although
What
that
I
looks
like
more
about
like an
it as
Irish
well,
flag.
because I like Birra Moretti, a real beer.
That's a real beer.
And this is called Angelo Peretti, which I think is intended to
How dare
be
you
a Birra Moretti.
besmirch the good name of Angelo Peretti?
You know the idiot in a hurry idea?
Limited.
Where it's like, you know, it's your gran buys your favourite beer for you, and she comes
yeah.
home with a load of Angelo Peretti.
Yeah.
Is it the one you wanted?
The man at the shop said it's
Can I-
the one
The
you
man at
like.
the shop said it's your favourite
Can
beer.
I just say the most damning evidence in support of that is that I just turned it around.
Oh, no.
It's made by Carlsberg.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Made in Wolverhampton.
Oh my god, you're right. Brewed and canned in the UK, even though it has an Italian flag on it.
A lot of beers are, though, that claim to be authentically
That's true. Japanese
whatever.
ones as well, like
Japanese,
Asahi, yeah.
like Foster's famously is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Carlsberg at all. This is much better than Carlsberg.
Yes, I would agree.
Carlsberg is rank.
I think it was like last Christmas where, on a poor commercial whim,
Oh, yeah.
I saw that Carlsberg was back and it had like a new label.
Oh, they've rebranded.
But they also have a spin-off beer, which is meant to look like it's
Yes.
classy. Because they've still got classic Carlsberg, but then they've got this one that's in like a black and gold tin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like Carlsberg Elite.
I think that's the one I got, and I was like, oh man, if it's elite,
It's got to be good,
gotta be
right?
good.
Well, they used to have Carlsberg Export, which
Yeah.
was just for people
yeah.
who like hung out on street corners.
Yeah.
But that was very strong Carlsberg.
People who had given up on all of their optimism.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Carlsberg itself is like 3% or something.
Is
It's
it?
really low
even
percentage.
in the days when I didn't know any
ABV.
better, I was like,
Yeah.
there's Carling right at the bottom.
Oh,
Carling is the
Carlsberg
worst.
as like a step up, but
Yeah.
still just one step up from
Yeah,
Carling.
yeah.
Foster's is around there somewhere.
Foster's in the mix.
Don't care
Yeah.
for
Well,
Foster's.
someone they didn't house sit for us. They stayed in our house when we went away nearly a year ago, and he left a load of Carlings at the house. They're still there.
Really?
They are still there,
And that is saying something.
and he came to my house in
In
August
this alcoholic's household.
for Jacob's birthday. They came to our
like,
birthday.
would you please take your
Well, I
Carlings?
said there are still your Carlings in the fridge. You're very welcome to take them, and he didn't. And so I
Yeah.
texted him the next morning, going, "What the hell are we still doing?"
You bastard. You bastard.
And they're still in the fridge.
It's like a curse on your household.
I don't want them.
Yeah.
I won't drink. I won't touch them.
No, I think that's a sign of personal growth.
No,
I think
Yeah.
it is.
I'm not touching them. I'd rather drink no beer than those beers.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
They are
negative beer.
They are very bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's really
I don't
hard
like
to...
Beck's either. There you go. If we're talking bad beers, Beck's always tastes burnt to me.
Beck's is getting to the zero level where
Mm.
it's not. It adds nothing to my life. but it also doesn't necessarily take anything away.
I don't like it at all.
You're in a negative way.
I think so.
I can drink it like as a kind of like.
I could drink a Beck's.
My
A low
shitty
level-
lager.
a low level beer.
A Beck's would do me fine.
In the same way as I would a Budweiser.
I'd much rather
yeah.
drink Budweiser than.
But that's
than
a
any of
zero
those.
beer for me. That just
Yeah.
that's like, oh, I went to a stag once and all they had was just crates upon crates of Budweiser, and I was like,
shame.
that's a real shame, but it will get me drunk.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll drink it. And we were just playing like beer pong and shit with it anyway, so it was kind of fine.
Yeah.
But it's not a good beer.
It's like a pint of a cooking lager, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like cooking lager.
Yeah.
The It's like when
It's like
we
eating a cooking apple. Never do that.
It'll get you drunk. But you shouldn't do it.
You might eat a wasp egg or something. I don't know.
when we do
Those wasp eggs.
when we like after MCM and we go to that hotel restaurant to get like
Yes.
a bite to eat, they often have like Beck's on tap.
Do they?
Yeah, and I'll have like a pint of Beck's.
That must be what I have as well, I
Yeah.
think.
I wouldn't
But
touch
then,
it.
but then sometimes they do have something indecent. It's like, what beers have you got on? Oh, well, we can do a pint of Beck's. I'm like, okay. Or a pint of Corona. I'm like, that's really weird.
I don't like Corona when it's not in a bottle.
Mm.
It feels wrong somehow. Like Corona for me is a bottled beer.
Has
I'll
to.
accept that
There's-
most bottled beers also come on draft, but for Corona, I don't
I was
understand
speaking about Corona recently because bottled beers don't tend to come in clear bottles. Because
No,
it,
true.
It makes it like the sun gets them or something,
Oh,
and it
but
makes
Corona
them
does.
smell.
Oh.
So if you smell a Corona without a lime in it, it smells funny because it's been in this bottle for so long, a clear bottle, which is why they suggest you put the lime in it.
Why don't they just change the fucking colour
don't
on the
know.
bottle?
And it's a Mexican beer, isn't it? And Mexico, as we know, is notoriously not very sunny.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, famously wintry in Mexico.
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of Desperados. Do you remember Desperados?
Desperados. Yeah.
Oh, the
It was like
tequila,
tequila
flavor.
infused,
Yeah.
flavoured, yeah.
We just poured a load of tequila in it.
Did they?
And ended up
I
with
don't
this.
Because
No.
I don't think it was very strong.
I expect it's a flavour.
But I drank.
some
I
sort.
did that thing where you have too much of something and then you can't drink it anymore.
I've not had that at Desperados for years.
But I had a Desperados hat because
Yeah.
I ordered it so regularly from this
I
bar.
bet that was culturally tasteful.
Oh, it was like, oh god, it was not. It was like a Che Guevara kind of hat,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a flat green cap, khaki cap with the logo on the front.
Yeah.
And I went to this bar all the time, and I became known as the guy who always had Desperados.
Were you?
And then this.
That's a good place to be, isn't
And
it?
the guy behind the bar was just like, "Oh, we had a weird shipment of merch that came with our latest. Do you want it? We don't want it." And I was like, "Yeah, I love it." I was really excited.
Yeah, I love
And I wore this Desperados hat everywhere.
Yeah,
Two Desperados in hand. Yeah, I'll have it.
Yeah, I love it. Double
I'm
part.
the Desperados guy.
I'm your Desperados man.
And everyone's like, oh man, the guy with the giant green foam sombrero's back.
Yeah, but it held. You could pour it in
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
valley.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
drink
Store your
that for
Desperados.
days.
It's like,
Too many
that's fun
Desperados.
in, like, what are we talking, like, 2009?
Yeah, it was uni, so
Yeah,
it was about
2007.
around that time.
2007. Yeah.
So it's like, 2007, you're wearing your giant green foam sombrero. You got your two
was
Desperados.
much cooler than that,
and
John.
everyone's like, it's the Desperado guy.
Hey,
and
it's
you're
Desperados
and you're like,
Nick.
this party is never going to end. Smash cut to
Yeah.
like 2016. Hey guys, another busy night. How we doing? Where's my Desperado?
The party ended. I wore it for years. Like
Did you?
I probably wore that hat for like 4 or 5 years
Oh, God.
after I received it.
Until the intervention.
Yeah.
Sometimes just being offered a free thing, particularly back then, but also until quite recently, would be enough for me to want
Oh,
it.
even now.
Yeah.
Like,
I might not even want the thing, but someone goes, "Hey, you can have this for free." I'm like, "Fuckity piss, sign me up."
yeah. When we get sent stuff at Christmas at work, I'm all over it.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
you've
I'm
gotta have
all
this.
over it.
Like today, for example, at Jolt, where I work, above Jolt is the Music Works.
Yes.
Which is like a charity kind of thing set up to help all sorts of people be able to record and perform music. Very cool place. And today they had a thing where they were just like, "Oh, we've got loads of donated musical instruments and kit. We're just giving it away for free." And Jasara, our receptionist, came down back into Joel, and she was the one who told us. She had a keyboard, a flute, and an accordion.
Why would you
I
need
am-
those
I
three
am-
things?
I'm not. She was like laid it up like a one-man band. Kind of
She's
thing.
like, hurry!
She was like, "Honey, there's one more accordion." I was like, "I don't want an accordion." She's like,
How do you know it was her? You can hear her coming.
Wait, you're saying you're about to tell us how much you love free stuff, but you don't want an accordion.
I know. This
Oh.
is how I've evolved as a person.
Oh,
John.
right,
This
this
is the
is
arc.
growth.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you. But I stormed up there.
I think
with,
I'd
with
take the
half of
accordion.
Joel. We all went up to go see what was, and it's shitload of stuff like multiple flutes, a trumpet, which Theo claimed, multiple keyboards, all sorts of sound equipment,
That's wild.
cables, PA systems. Insane what's up there. Some of it wasn't free. And I don't know how Jasara got the bits she did for free. I think she may have run out.
She's
when
very
someone
quick.
Wasn't looking. She is.
Yeah,
She's sly.
yeah.
But yeah, but I was strained. I was strained myself. I was like, because there was this lovely wooden recorder, and I was like, that's very nice. But what the fuck am I going to do with that?
Now, just question that.
That'll look nice next to the Game Boys.
Yeah, that I play.
Yeah.
Are you saying that most recorders aren't wooden?
They're mostly plastic, aren't they?
Oh, I've been lied to all these years.
Or
Vinyl,
that-
they look vinyl-y, don't
Yeah, they look vinyl-y. But I think there are a fair number of wooden recorders in the world. But this was a very nice. It came in like a very nice cardboard box.
Oh.
You know, like in Harry Potter, that the boxes the wands come in.
Yes.
Yes.
It looked
I
like
have
that.
2 of those
Yeah.
ones.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. I think.
Went to Harry Potter Land World.
Oh, I
Experience.
remember. Yeah,
Experience,
yeah.
Which
yeah.
was very good. I think I spoke about it. On
Yeah, I
here.
think it moved
think
you
you
to
did.
tears.
I
so-
bought. Yeah, it did. And I bought Lupin's wand because
Lupin.
let's just buy it. And then I bought Liz another one which they didn't have, which was
Dobby's finger.
yeah,
Dobby Snob.
the Weasley mother.
So, Mrs. Weasley.
Yeah,
if you
that's
will.
it.
Yeah.
Mrs. Weasley. Oh
The
my god.
Weasley mother.
Oh right, yeah,
I
yeah.
bought Liz her wand because
Here's
they didn't have it in the shop, which was like
Here's my thing about the
peculiar.
wands, because they're very pretty things. They're very
Yeah,
nice
oh, yeah.
artifacts. They're presented really, really well. But my problem with them is that they are all someone else's wand. So it's like, hey Nick, you can buy Hermione's wand. I'm like, why? I want Nick's wand.
Yeah, the wizard.
And there
the,
should be a way.
The wand chooses the wizard.
Yeah, there should be a way. Rather
What
than
a
selling me,
what a shame! It's a load of bollocks.
what the fuck is the point of selling me Ron Weasley's wand?
Yeah,
when
Ron
that's fucking-
Weasley's as
that's
well.
The
his.
yeah,
wand won't
yeah.
answer to you, will it?
Exactly, it'd be a complete waste of time.
I hate myself
Instead,
Yeah.
at the moment.
the product
Yeah.
line, the merch line is much smarter. I think you'd sell a lot more wands. I think if
if-
they were all like special and different.
Well, they do that for lightsabers at Disney.
I was
Exactly.
just going to
Yeah.
bring
See,
this up.
This is exactly
So,
what I mean.
but
It's
isn't
the
it-
same thing.
But isn't there also like a more high-end Harry Potter theme park at like Universal Studios?
There
may be,
is.
there may be,
Yeah. So if you go there
Can you get a special
and
one?
you go to Wandy McWordsmiths or
It's
whatever.
Ollivander, I think you'll find.
Oh,
You-
I'm sorry.
you
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah. You go to Ollivander,
Yeah.
and it's like 48 degrees in the shade because it's Florida, and you're sweating.
And Ollivander's there sweating out of his mask.
Hello, welcome to my winter sale.
My whimsical wand store with air conditioning.
Because the wand chooses the wizard.
Here are my selection of wands. Now,
He goes, no. Oh,
so he just
Jesus.
chucks one at your head.
Oh,
Someone from the behind the scenes just chucks it at your head. There you go. Fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
it's warm, isn't it?
I'm wearing a lot of latex right now. I'm not actually a gnome.
Or whatever. I don't know what I am. It's so hot. I'm seeing things.
I'll be like, now spin the wheel and let's find out what your wong's core is going to be. And it'll be like, oh,
Centaur's dick.
centaurs. Oh, well, let's get it out of the abattoir. I mean,
The strung up carcass.
Oh god.
what's that smell? It is quite warm in
It
here.
is warm. There's no air conditioning in the abattoir.
What's that? You don't want the centaur's dick? I mean,
But it's chosen you.
I've been in here with his dick.
And we
for
have
a
a
long-
surplus.
I've got
We
a
have a
drawer of
surplus.
dicks. It looks like pepperonis out of their sheaths.
This was barely bailable 2 hours ago. It's getting really quite sweaty in
I
here.
can't believe the Rowling estate signed off on this ride.
Oh god.
This ride.
I swear.
Yeah, step
What do you
this
think? What
way.
do you do at the end?
Step into the abattoir.
Keep your arms inside the abattoir at all times.
You've got
The
to
centaur abattoir.
you've got to kill your own centaur
Oh my god. Hunt and kill your own
and claim
centaur.
your prize.
Oh, it's a phoenix feather. Now everybody grab your blunderbuss. Time to shoot a phoenix. Is that a phoenix?
Time to fucking shoot a phoenix.
It looks like you've painted a blackbird.
What have you painted a boy? What have you done about Blackbird?
Shut up. Shut up, time to kill.
Oh. When we bought the old wand at the
yeah.
one in London or Watford,
If you will.
to be accurate,
Oh, nothing more magical than one.
the person behind
You
the
made it sound
counter
more magical.
like knew that she like started spieling off a load of stuff about the wand, going, "Oh yeah, fucking
Yeah, it's got a turpin.
this has got like a
grease.
moon because Lupin like is a werewolf and shit."
Oh, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Wait,
but it's like they must have learned all the
Wait,
wands.
his wand has a moon.
It's like a
on
moon
it.
shape at the
Yeah,
the
I know
top
what
of
John's
it.
question is going to be here.
Wasn't it like a major
go.
plot point that people didn't know that he was a werewolf?
Yeah,
And point two isn't it a major plot point that the wand chooses the wizard?
yeah,
So are we supposed to assume that when he was a child, year 7, starting at Hogwarts,
yeah.
and he wasn't yet a werewolf.
I don't know if he was or
The
wasn't.
wand that was granted to him had
But
a
the
moon
wand-
on it. He was like, oh, that's weird.
The
Oh,
wand,
I
no.
think
But
Wolf's
it's
dick
just
would
like
be
a
a good-
sphere. It's just-
Why is it always dick?
Why is it always? Yeah. It just is a sphere at the top.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and
That's
yeah.
all.
Oh.
It's subtle, you see.
Ah,
Oh,
could-
no, I'll take it all
Could
back.
be
so
anything.
subtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could
yeah.
be anything. Could be a
It's so-
ball.
it's
Look,
so
buddy,
subtle.
you try finding a magical cylinder. There isn't a dick. It's 48 degrees.
We're looking for long, thin body parts, okay? It's 48 degrees.
Dick going into a testicle. For that one.
I really can't stress enough how hot it is. Oh, man. But yeah, like, it's the same deal as if I was to buy a lightsaber, and I've said on this podcast before that I've been tempted to buy lightsabers.
What are they like? $200.
Particularly ones that aren't like fucking Obi-Wan's lightsaber. I don't want to buy his lightsaber. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I've never liked that part of... Like, I really like merchandise, in-universe merchandise, right?
Yeah.
So stuff that's like it's from that world. I like that idea.
Yeah.
But I really hate it when it's like, you could buy Darth Vader's, like, G-string. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not... I don't want that.
Or my
I
G-string.
want my Star Wars
My
G-string.
own G-string, yeah.
As our resident Star Wars expert,
Thank you.
if you
No.
wanted to have a star, if you wanted a star sword, if you wanted to have
Star Sword, yeah.
if you wanted to have a lightsaber,
Oh, yeah.
canonically,
Star Sword.
is there any reason could you have it any color, or would they give you some bullshit about how no, it has to be blue or red?
Oh,
or...
I mean, who cares? But there's the yellow one that Rey now has,
Yeah.
I guess. Purple, because Samuel L. Jackson just went, "Can I have a purple lightsaber?" George Lucas just went, "Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. My law means nothing.
Oh, sure. Whatever."
And then blue and green.
Blue and green, obviously, and then red.
So
Right.
you couldn't have brown.
I guess.
No, there's no I guess about it.
Well,
They'd be
what's
able-
an objective answer?
Yeah, what's-
Could I have a brown
No, I don't
lightsaber?
think so.
what does
And
Wikipedia have to say on
Why
that?
couldn't I?
Yeah,
Because the kyber crystal doesn't bleed that way, I guess would be the in-universe.
bleed is
answer.
the verb here.
Yeah, I guess.
What does bleed mean?
Well, you know.
I don't.
No, please enlighten us.
No, well, kyber crystal is something,
I'm
That is
aware
organic.
that crystal goes into the...
and it goes into the hilt of the lightsaber.
It's organic.
And that's what emits the blade. It's organic. It's like
They're grown.
they farm them on a planet or different planets across the
And
Star
they
Wars
only come in
galaxy.
certain colours.
They only come in certain colours, is my understanding.
Including yellow.
I guess now yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
But my understanding was that red
Hmm.
is an artificial...
No. Well,
Oh.
in the Acolyte, which was a recent show,
Yeah, I watched that
someone
for my
turned
sins.
a lightsaber from blue to red.
Oh, yes, I remember
because
that.
they
That was
put-
bullshit.
Because they, yeah, and it was nonsense. Because they put their
poured
hatred
hate
into it.
Oh, so
And that's what turned the blade that colour.
I just find it interesting
Is that
because
canon now?
I guess. They
Yeah.
cancelled the show, but I guess it is canon.
I'm just
So
saying,
who
as someone from the outside looking in, that actually sounds wildly different and inconsistent to what you were just saying about
yeah.
kyber crystals.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, it
yeah.
really does. Although, no, not to Sesmo.
Oh,
Said nobody ever
It's a
before.
assessment. And kyber crystals also power the lasers on the Death Star.
I know that much.
There you
Oh,
go.
really?
Yeah.
They're
go-
green. Oh, no, there's lightsabers are green. Okay, so if a kyber crystal is organic, then it could respond to an organic creature such as myself's emotions.
Yeah, John.
I'm just saying, as a failed biologist,
Failed being
I mean, if we're going to bring actual science into this, then the whole
Well, we're
world's
not,
going to
'cause
fall
failed.
apart.
no,
fine.
because you keep saying that they're organic.
Yeah.
These
keep saying
crystals,
Yeah. They all-
crystals are many things. They're not organic.
John is right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's
Or
like
diamonds, who cares?
it's like some kind of animal.
Diamonds are organic, right?
Is it
No.
alive?
Kyber diamonds.
Diamonds aren't organic.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah. No, it's cool, man. Yeah, it's great.
I mean,
No,
there's
but in
carbon
Star
in it.
Wars, I mean,
Yeah.
fucking hell, John, there's a droid wandering around like a butler.
A what?
Yeah. You know,
Not a
all
droid.
that. You know.
Yeah, no one's questioning the
There's
button
all
droid.
sorts of heavy shit going on.
I
Yeah.
don't mind the idea that you could pour hate into a crystal and it would change colour. I don't mind that idea.
Mm.
My problem with it is that I do feel as though they have contradicted what they have said in the past before. I'm
Yeah.
sure I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
somewhere
I think you are right.
that Sith blades were red because they,
They made
manufactured
them
an
that way.
artificial
Yeah,
kyber crystal.
I think you are right.
And so they just sort
But
of
in
changed
that-
their own rules.
In that instance, that's what happened, and that's how they explained it, because the crystal was exposed because someone had bust the lightsaber or something.
Oh, it was exposed.
And she had her actual hand on the crystal, the character.
Surely that would like just cut through your hand.
No, I don't think so.
Don't be stupid, John.
No.
No,
Okay.
didn't happen, did it? I
just-
watched it on the telly. Didn't
Yeah.
Yeah, I
happen.
watched it live.
I just feel that when it
I didn't mind the Acolyte.
I
There,
haven't
I
seen
said
it
it.
and I don't care.
I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah,
No,
I didn't mind.
I didn't care for it.
Anyway, they've cancelled it now.
I can't help but feel though that, you know, Lucas Estate and Disney, they're pretty good at locking stuff down. It's
Yes.
fun in a very controlled way.
Yeah.
So, you
We're
know,
all having fun.
it's got to be blue, it's got to be red, it's got to be green, whatever.
I could be
But also-
the sky. I could be awesome. I could be awesome.
Exactly.
But
That's a
also-
Star Wars song.
If you've got customers who in 48-degree heat are willing to queue up to buy a lightsaber,
Oh, it's 48 degrees.
oh, it's really hot today. I'd be like,
Made of Wookiee dick.
give them what they want.
I know what you're saying there. It's like you
Yeah.
need to limit the colours in the same way as Hogwarts didn't have like infinite houses.
But that-
it has
yeah.
4 houses. Merchandise lines sitting
Yeah.
within pre-existing chapters, as it were.
The only
way
outliers
more effective.
are the purple one because Samuel L. Jackson just asked, and George Lucas couldn't be bothered to argue with him.
Yeah.
It literally was recorded when he asked.
Really?
Yeah, there's a video of it. And Ray had a gold/yellow one
But
at
I've
the
seen
end.
other people with yellows.
Now,
Oh, only now.
Well, in 1997, what was it, 1997? When did Phantom Menace come out?
99, yeah.
9. So in Jedi Power Battles for the PlayStation 1,
There's yellow there.
Plo Koon had a yellow lightsaber. And that just
That's
was...
interesting.
Yeah.
If it's not in the movie, it doesn't count.
That's what. Yeah.
If it's not in the movie,
That's what
it
Star Wars
doesn't
fans
count.
say. So,
No one's reading any books.
has anyone else ever had a purple one?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Wait, but wait.
Maybe now. Maybe now.
No, I'm saying, but it probably...
That's what I'm
in-
asking now. Post Mace Windu, has someone had a purple one?
Not in any
Canon shit.
like telly or cine.
So you're only... But you're going only if it's TV
I
or
don't read
film.
the books. I've read one Star
Or
Wars
the you're saying films and TV shows are the only canon shit
that I accept.
that you accept. Oh, okay, right.
Sure.
I'm sure there's other shit.
No,
going
I
on.
just
don't
no.
know.
It's just fun to see such a flimsy
I-
scaffolding
I-
collapse.
I watch the top level stuff.
Sure,
and then
yeah.
then I don't do anything else.
You watched
Yeah.
the AAA content.
I read a book about Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, called Bloodline, which was all right, and that's about it.
That's
Sure.
as far as you've gone down the book hole.
Yeah, the book hole.
Don't go in my book hole.
Get out of my book hole, Professor.
Just like, you know, Princess Leia, Bloodline, Forbidden Passion.
No. Yes.
Princess Leia's colon.
colon, it's not incest.
Oh,
I don't think Luke was in it.
thank God.
It was mainly Leia and some political shit because they all found out that she was Darth Vader's daughter in the Senate.
Wait, when did this book come out? What
When
film?
did it's set before The Force Awakens.
Oh,
So
so
was
it's
it-
post Return of the
It's
Jedi.
post Return
was
of
it
the Jedi.
bridging the gap?
Oh, you got to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people reject the movie.
Otherwise, people are going to be sitting in the cinema.
I don't
going,
accept that Luke Skywalker changed a bit in 30 years.
Changed a bit in 30 years.
Yeah.
It's weird to me that he has a beard and he's an old man and he's grumpy. It doesn't
That
make any
doesn't
sense.
make any sense. That's not his
Doesn't make
character.
any sense. Why does he drink from the breast of that weird creature?
Well, Nick,
Tell me, John.
what that was all explained in,
book.
you know, through blue milk
Through the nipple's eye.
through a nipple's eye.
Well, actually, in that movie, it's green milk.
Is it? I distinctly remember it as blue.
Blue milk's in A New Hope.
I thought it was.
Oh,
I
that's
thought the
what I-
whole point they did it was
Because he likes to drink
because he
coloured
loves
milk.
blue milk. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's green.
When
in
I
that
went to
movie.
Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is a nice flex just for you, Chris.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
In Disney World, you could buy blue milk from a little vendor. And it
I bet
was
it's awful.
48 degrees
I
outside.
find that quite
I was
challenging.
dying.
Oh, milk
And
is a
this-
bad choice.
and the thing is that a lot of the shops and little places you can go into in Galaxy's Edge, because it's
Yeah.
amazing, right,
Yeah.
are air conditioned because they need to be because fucking 48 degrees, man. But this was an outside stand.
Oh no.
So in the baking, like fucking
curdling blue
Florida
milk.
heat, there was this little wagon with a little parasol over it, and it's selling milk from big vats that are clear, that I can see the milk inside bubbling away to make it look sci-fi.
Greetings, traveller. You look warm here on Tatooine. It's Florida, mate.
It's Florida, mate, and I'm
Oh,
dying.
I know, not Florida. I'm kind of becoming a bit rural now.
I'm Bob Clumball, which is the way that you come up with Star Wars names. Is you say a single syllable bit and then you say a two-syllable
Plum
bit.
plooply.
Yes.
Mate, please, I'm begging you. Just
Just give me the
Do you have
milk.
a water?
I need some water and like a toilet, please.
I've got Prim Camel milk. Would you like some of that? No, I just really need water. I'm dehydrated.
That'll be
actually.
14 galactic credits.
They say that. They actually say that. Every
Wow.
single purchase is in galactic credit.
Yeah.
And what's that, like a $1 to one?
One galactic credit is $1.
That's convenient.
The
Yeah.
exchange
But
rate is
even
all
their-
over the place.
Even their displays on their tills, I'm pretty sure this is fraud. Even the displays on their tills do not have a dollar symbol. They have a little weird galactic symbol.
Arabesh is the
That's
lang-
it.
Is the
There's
language.
Arabesh everywhere.
Wait,
that
what?
language is
That's for language
That's
of...
the language. If every time you see a screen with a load of
With gibberish
gobbledygook
on
on
it,
it,
yeah.
that's Arabesh.
It's
Wait,
everywhere.
when was it confirmed that was called Garabesh?
Arabesh.
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 Fucking hell. Well, in the original, fucking Christ, in the original films, all
is
the
a safe
screens were in English. All the screens read in
All the
English.
readouts and everything.
And like, if it's, let's say a technician on the Death Star is looking at a screen, it was in English.
Was it?
Yeah, originally, and they changed it to Arabesh. And like when they remastered in
When,
'97.
when did
I
they
think.
first call it Arabesh?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
John.
I'm
It was
just-
probably Wikipedia. that
Thank you.
called it
That's what I'm
Arabesh.
trying to get at here. Have you ever looked at
That
Wikipedia to
said-
discover?
Galaxy's Edge does say everywhere this is you because you have an app on your phone that is an Arabesh translator. It's literally
Right,
called that.
yeah.
And so because the signs are all in Arabesh, which is really helpful.
I thought you were going to say Galaxy's Edge, right? It just says everywhere, right? This isn't real.
Yeah.
And it's 48 degrees.
Yeah.
outside. It just says that everywhere.
If you need water, use the code word.
Yeah. So no, you have an Arabesh translator on your phone.
Yeah.
And so there's signs everywhere, and you scan them, and it goes and it says what it says on your phone.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. It's fucking cool, actually.
No, it wasn't. It was 48.
So right. And then there was like a special like bounty hunter thing that you could like challenge thing you could do. It kind of looked like a vending machine but built into the wall. And you had to scan this special kind of QR code, but it was an Arabish QR code.
Yeah.
And then it would give you a mission on your phone, and then you had to go track down that person because
Yeah.
there were loads of doors in Galaxy's Edge that aren't real doors, but they're a pretend like
Some of them are
home for a criminal or like
Yeah.
a den for a poker game or whatever.
Yeah.
So then you follow the clues, find the door, scan the door. If you complete the mission, you go back to the vending machine thing. You get fake money downloaded to your phone, and then you can spend that on
Can you
something.
turn that into human dollars? No.
Spend it on some Star
Certainly
Warsy
not.
stuff.
Could you potentially make bank if you're willing to spend like 10 hours a day in Galaxy's
Yeah,
Edge?
but all you'd be able to buy, I think, like avatar things for the app in your phone. You
Right.
couldn't buy anything physical.
Oh, fuck that
I
then.
think. I think there was a chance that you could get some sort of voucher, maybe.
So you could buy a drawing that's presumably available on Google Images anyway.
I should think so. Yes. Yeah.
Forget it.
But you,
Forget it.
but it's your avatar on the app because you have to create a little character when you.
Oh, of
create the
course.
app.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, who are you? You're a rebel. You come to is it Spire something? Black Spire Outpost.
Yeah.
That's what the in-universe name
Oh,
of Galaxy's Edge.
who am I?
Who are you?
I
Jack?
Batu
God,
is the
anything's
planet.
possible. You could be a rebel or a stormtrooper.
You can't be a stormtrooper.
Oh,
You could be a rebel,
I could be a rebel.
and no, that's it.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
a rebel.
You could be Pim Klimbor.
They're the good
Oh,
guys.
Pim Klimbor.
He's a rebel.
Yeah.
Everyone is a rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be some kind of lovable rogue? Could be a droid.
Lovable, you can't really do lovable, but I'd say you could be a rogue.
Could be a rogue.
You can't be a droid, no.
No.
Because
Oh.
you're a boy.
Oh. Could it be? Can you be? Can you just be a conscientious objector who just tried to live a normal life?
Yeah, you can be. Yeah,
There,
yeah.
there
They'll
are
kick you
those.
off.
There's one of those in The Last Jedi. Everyone hated him.
Who was that?
DJ. Remember Benicio del Toro's character,
Wait,
Oh,
his
the one who
name was
betrayed him.
His name was DJ.
which stands for Don't Join
What?
Don't join what?
anything. Don't join the Empire. Don't join the Rebels.
His name's DJ.
His name was DJ.
Wait, how is it? I've seen
You
this
never actually
movie.
found his name.
Well, how do you know his?
Wikipedia.
How do you know his name?
Oh, I looked it up.
On
No, actually, I don't know. It was announced that was his character's name.
what did you
What
say?
did you say?
Oh, what did you
I
say?
don't go on Wikipedia. I don't go on Wikipedia. There's no. It's written by fucking losers.
Yeah, here we are.
And
Discussing
then
Star Wars at
Lucasfilm
length.
just go, fuck it. Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, does a
Oh, yeah,
single
doesn't-
thing written on Wikipedia get signed off by the Lucasfilm estate?
I think they just like
They just
adopt
write
it.
their own shit.
If it sounds good, they just go, yeah.
I remember
fucking
before you've regaled a joke, which I think came from Red Letter Media, about like where Darth Vader's
Oh yeah. There's a whole
armor
video.
was
There's a
made.
whole video about
It's
it.
astonishing.
And it's like I always assumed that as stupid and losery as that may be, that information came from somewhere, like maybe a novel or maybe like a pamphlet or maybe do you know what I mean? Or the inside of a mask you bought for Halloween. I don't know where this information
All I
came
can
from.
remember that like voodoo hide is involved.
It was waxed with voodoo hide or something.
yeah.
What's voodoo?
And it It all happened at the
We'd have to
Empal,
open Wikipedia to find out.
the Empal Suricon, which stands for the Emperor Palpatine Surgical Reconstruction Unit.
That can't be true.
You don't even-
And by true,
Vader was put in the suit even Emperor for a day.
Empal
And he'd already named his Surgical Reconstruction Unit after himself.
That's his first thing he wanted to do as
Empal
Emperor.
Suricon.
And we would like to pass the intergalactic title of Emperor to you. Fantastic, great, right. We need to set up a surgical recon centre now.
My first decree.
Like universal healthcare. Like, hey, this guy's all
He
right.
actually did a lot good.
Yeah, he
for
did
the,
a
for
lot
the
of
galaxy.
good,
The joke on Red Letter Media was that there was a statue of him outside shooting lightning bolts and a load of kids standing around just going,
I think you mean
yay!
younglings, but yeah,
Younglings.
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, you can't say children.
No, so
You can't say that Anakin killed the children.
Killed the younglings.
Wasn't there like a big, what happens?
Spit it out.
What happens when a bunch of
having
people
a
die
stroke.
and a force-sensitive person goes, I felt a great...
Oh,
Disturbance.
virgins?
No, like a bunch of voices screaming and
Disturbance.
there's silence. When Alderon's blown up.
Disturbance.
It's a word, disturbance.
Boring word.
It's a very boring word. I think there should
Great
be
disturbance in
a
the Force.
stupider word than that to...
Yeah, okay, so it's a disturbance in the force.
Wasn't there a great disturbance in Wikipedia where
Oh, God.
for a great many years they had like...
You're
stu-
asking. I've made it very clear.
Well, if,
that I
any,
do not read
if anyone in this
Wikipedia.
room, but
I
there
don't
was
read
like
Wikipedia.
the grey timeline, the blue timeline. One was like the continuity of the books.
I
one was the continuity of the...
Genuinely don't know.
And then I think
I
when
think you're
J.J.
overestimating
Abrams
what I
first got involved,
what I know about
Fucked
this.
it.
an official word from God, they were cutting the cord. That Wikipedia was getting jettisoned into the void.
Wikipedia specifically.
As in, like, they're like, everything you've spent all these years documenting.
Yeah, because they referred to it as like the Legends timeline or something like that, didn't they?
Some of the
Yeah.
books that were canon are now called Legends because Disney just went, no, that's
canon
That's
now.
not
no,
right.
it doesn't exist.
Partly because they've made films in the
Yeah,
in
partly
the
because
eras
they
now.
then
Yes,
needed to
those
make things.
Yeah, we're not going to pay.
Otherwise,
like,
they'd just been relying on merchandise.
Yeah, we don't want to. It was copyright, isn't it? We don't want to reference anything that was written in a book, like
Yes.
in the 70s.
Books are for
Yeah.
losers and nerds.
And then spoilers and things.
I heard, and I think
heard
this is true,
on Wikipedia.
that in the original plan, there was no plan. There was never a plan. There was a thing. But in the original trilogy, by like Empire,
Oh yeah.
Lucas still didn't even really think that Luke and Leia were.
Well, they
siblings.
get off in that movie.
Yeah.
If you recall.
Because
They
wasn't it
kiss
like
in Empire.
Yeah.
because there was going to be a whole plot point about finding Luke's sister.
Yes, that's correct.
She was going to be a completely different character.
Yeah, that's right.
And then just by the time we got to the third one,
It's like, why not make it Leia?
I
they were
think
like, yeah,
they
fuck it.
changed it because
Yeah.
they didn't know what Harrison Ford was going to do. So they originally were going to end Empire with Luke going off looking for his sister.
Right.
But then I think Harrison Ford had said, "Oh, I don't know if I can be bothered with the third one." So they put him in jeopardy. And then if he didn't fancy it, obviously you can then kill him
That's
off.
why he was frozen in carbonite.
That's why he was frozen in carbonite.
Ah.
So in many ways, the
So they-
story was just completely servicing like where the actors were, and there's
How little of a
Then-
shit Harrison Ford gave about it.
And then you start to think.
I'm not fucking shaving.
And then you start to think that like.
So there's
Yeah,
nothing
actually-
sacred about this story at all.
No, and you go like, and actually, when you think about it, it's kind of weird that like this random farm boy and like this princess who just happened to meet on this incredible adventure are actually brother and sister.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
What
that
are the
was just
odds?
like they were like, oh man,
It's a virgin in the force.
we need someone to be like Luke's sister. Who's the only other female we've introduced?
I think,
Oh,
I think
shit.
that was it. And they just went, yeah, it's going to have to be Leia, isn't it?
It's one of those things, isn't it, where it's like we could introduce another plot thread, or we could just tie two together now and
Yeah.
just end it.
Yeah.
And then, oh, but they kissed. the
No, they didn't.
It does come out of fucking nowhere.
kiss.
No, them being brother and sister.
Yeah.
It comes
Yeah.
out
Does
absolutely
it happen
nowhere.
in Jedi?
Yeah,
Return of the
the
Jedi?
whole storyline is in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just suddenly turns up and goes, "You have a twin sister," and then he goes, "Leia." Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well
yeah,
done.
it's almost like it was meant to be a fun adventure for kids, and it probably wasn't meant
Took
to
on a
be
life of its own.
thought about too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet here we are.
Well, you think about like a lot of the space stories that it was referencing and also were at the time was all about a regular boy man meeting a space princess. There's like all of them were about that, weren't they? And it's just so happened that in this one it's his sister. It's like you really goofed it, guys.
Because why not? You know.
Yeah. But I think that's why. I'm pretty sure that's why. I'm sure I watched
But in the
documentary
third
about
film, that's the one where she's in the bikini.
it. Correct.
So they literally go out of their way to make her the sexiest they possibly can.
Yeah.
And also reveal that she's his sister.
Yes, it's a real
It's a
misdirect.
very interesting combination of themes there.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Good.
Good. Great work, Star Wars.
Well done.
Yeah,
And-
either way, all round.
And from that moment, a 40-year cultural legacy began.
It might be 50.
It's getting on for that.
Was it
It's late 70s, wasn't it?
77.
83
the first
was
one.
Jedi?
77.
83 was Return of the Jedi, yeah.
Wow.
77.
And our children and our children's children will
Let
die.
Darth Vader die.
Will live and die in a Star
We do
Wars
need to let
world.
Darth Vader
Let
die.
Darth Vader... My God, he suffered. He has suffered.
Why
did-
does everyone love Darth Vader
He did
so
kill the
much?
younglings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
He
Yeah.
did kill the youngling.
That kid who goes, Master Skywalker, there are too many of them, makes a killing now.
He's like, what, 49 years old?
He's I think he's like our age, or maybe slightly
Well,
younger.
he
He'd
goes
have
to
to.
events
He'd
and
have to be
yeah,
younger
yeah,
than
yeah.
us.
They interview him on the telly and that, and he goes,
And he says,
What's
"Do
the
that
thing
one
he-
line."
oh, when they,
is a lot lower
there's a bit where they jump, like the kids jump because Anakin goes. So he said, like Hayden Christensen just went bang when he did that, and they all jumped. So that's a genuine reaction.
Oh, I thought it was that George Lucas fired a piston into the air.
Tell the other kids what you saw.
You know how certain things have like certificates of authenticity so that you know for real that they are the thing you suspect they might be.
You mean the boy?
Does that man
Yeah.
have to have some way of proving? Because like
Yeah.
he won't look anything like that.
He's
No,
got
he's-
a
I mean,
scar.
I could say it was
He's got
me.
a brand.
Yeah,
George Lucas.
You can tell it. You can tell it was him.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you can tell it's.
Yeah,
But
him.
even then, I bet there's 100 people that look a bit like.
Yeah. Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
He needs to somehow be able to prove. That
Yeah.
it's him.
Yeah.
I mean, he turns up wearing the same outfit, which is really weird as well, because it
Just
kind of
doesn't
looks
fit.
homemade because they didn't let
Yeah.
him walk away with it.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad.
In his Jedi uniform, which was a weird thing in itself, that became the Jedi uniform.
Best not think about that.
The Obi-Wan, the outfit
sandy
Obi
robes.
wore, an outfit Obi-Wan wore in the desert when he was trying to be incognito.
Does that mean Uncle Owen is a Jedi? As
Yeah,
well?
exactly, because
Yeah.
they wear those
Yeah.
robes.
And Aunt Beru.
And Baru.
And
Did that mean because they were drinking blue milk? Do they have a kind of sandy kind of walrus tit like round the corner that they can just?
or
They
they
worked on a moisture farm.
they buy it.
Yeah,
from
they
someone.
could have been drinking water.
They should have been drinking water. They're dying.
Yeah.
We've got
But I guess
rickets,
they-
space
they-
rickets.
I guess they sell the water.
Oh, sell
buy
the water.
blue milk.
That was
Yeah.
always my assumption that they sold the water.
They sold the water to buy blue milk and droids.
Yeah, or they used it to farm because they were farmers, weren't they?
They used the blue milk to
Uncle
farm.
Owen and no, the water from the evaporators.
That's what he's
Yes.
saying.
Yeah,
Pay attention.
That's what I'm saying to you.
What are you saying to me? How dare
Exactly.
you?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sell
or
the water
they-
to buy blue milk. That's what I was saying.
So, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Or they used the water to farm whatever they were farming.
Oh.
Oh, you don't think they're farming water? You think they're using the water
Maybe.
to farm something else?
Yeah.
No, who knows?
It's a moisture farm would suggest to me that they are making water
Yeah,
on a
maybe.
desert planet.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
think. Yeah.
And considering they have condensers or evaporators, that would make sense.
But they talk about the harvest in New Hope, but then it's the harvest of water. Who knows?
The water harvest.
The water
if
harvest.
you will.
Yeah.
Blue
the blue harvest.
It was a very. It was a very
Blue
subtle
harvest.
piece of world building that the series
Extreme,
is.
so subtle that we all missed
That
it.
you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
Yeah, which is why the series like abandoned it about 2/3 of the way through the first
Well, then
movie.
they charred their corpses, didn't they? So
Yeah.
Bodies by the door.
for that kids movie.
Well, it wasn't a kids movie back then. It was just
No,
like
it was
a
just a
fun
movie.
adventure.
Yeah.
Nobody died. Everyone dies in a very bloodless way now.
That did scare me a little bit when I was a kid.
They
I
were
didn't
just
like
bodies,
this. I didn't like the
skeletons.
bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite hardcore.
When was the last time a lightsaber actually cut someone in half?
Darthy Maul?
Yeah, probably Darth Maul.
Because they seem to have a lot of ways in which it can just deflect off anything.
Lightsabers
now.
are far less efficient than they used to be.
In which one was it? The Obi-Wan show? No, the one.
It's the Obi-Wan show.
They've now created a load of
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Someone
They've created a load
gets-
of implements that can now withstand
like Beskar.
lightsabers. Beskar. There's a weird thing a stormtrooper has in The Force Awakens that can deflect a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I think Ahsoka there was something.
But someone in Ahsoka gets stabbed right the way through her abdomen.
Oh,
with
yeah.
a lightsaber. She's fine.
She survives.
She's
Yeah.
alright.
Wow, I guess it cauterized the wound.
But because the baddie, stabs through her,
Yeah.
then goes straight back out.
Ah.
But if you went in and then did a little zigzag, they would be fucked.
The thing is, like, we cannot stress enough how insanely,
Lethal.
catastrophically lethal these things would be.
They are
Like,
easily the most terrifying
Yeah.
weapon ever conceived.
Yeah.
The challenge is not killing.
People
with them.
generally survive now.
Also,
in
I've heard a
Star Wars
thing,
things.
which is I heard a discussion online, probably on Wikipedia because I love it on there.
Love Wikipedia.
Where people have talked about why do not more fighters with lightsabers use the technique of turning the blade off and turning it on again?
Yeah.
Because you could clash,
Yes.
turn off, pass the blade, turn back on again and stab them, right? Or you could put it against someone's chest, turn it on and push through them.
Yeah.
And there's a little canon answer to this apparently somewhere, which is that it's a very dishonourable way to fight. And I say to you, fuck you on that.
Yeah.
Because why would
I
the
say
Sith...
to you, I fuck you.
Why would the Sith give an absolute flying fuck about being dishonourable?
Yeah, I agree.
Why couldn't you have?
There's a helmet as well in the Acolyte that can withstand and deactivate, in fact, a lightsaber.
Yes, that's right. They turn off when
Which
it's
can't remember, there's a material. I
Wait,
can't
so
remember
what?
the
You
name
just
of
have to
it.
headbutt a lightsaber?
Yeah, that's
And
exactly
also,
what he
he has
does.
it on his arms as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He goes, poof, and then
Exact-
the blade flickers,
cortosis.
and
There you
it
go.
turns off.
It's called cortosis.
And it doesn't. They press the button. It doesn't.
Literally,
turn
he headbutts a lightsaber and it turns it off.
off. It doesn't work for a few seconds,
That's buck wild.
and then he
Yeah.
kills them all.
He did. That was fairly merciless.
It was actually quite brutal.
Yeah.
Could you have like
That villain was quite
lots
cool,
of
yeah, he was
little lightsabers, kind of arranged
Cheese knives.
hedgehog style,
All over your back.
all over your back?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Because they've already invented a laser which will just stop at like 3 feet.
Yeah, best not to think about how that works.
Yeah,
Uh,
which is a lightsaber basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, Ahsoka has a smallish lightsaber, not that small. Yoda obviously has a smallish lightsaber.
Well, like a laser pointer.
Keychain,
Yeah.
Yeah, not like a
Yeah, John's
keychain, but it's
talking
like a
like-
dagger.
10 centimeters long.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Why not?
Yeah, like
You
as
know.
if you just had a ton of
You
those.
need a very small kyber crystal, though.
Well, apparently that's not an issue.
Pure shit from source.
If
That's what you
kyber
need.
crystals are very valuable, like very, hard to come by, and
Yeah.
valuable, then
Yeah.
yeah, your theory of a back covered in them like a porcupine.
Well, I think the
that's
idea
an
is-
expensive suit.
But it's also important to remember that lightsabers are kind of like a dime a dozen in literally every piece of Star Wars media we've ever seen.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
I think the idea with kyber crystals, though, is that they were only like accessible to the Jedi,
right.
and then the Empire then farmed them for the Death Star and that kind of thing.
Bastards.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
general idea.
Because you could have just like taken a broom and swept up after the events of Attack of the Clones,
Sure.
and probably had like 30 odd lightsabers,
yes.
like all for
Yeah.
yourself.
And just bunch all of those kyber crystals together into one massive baby's head-sized kyber crystal.
Yeah.
And then put that in a big lightsaber the size of like a sleeping bag rolled up.
Yeah.
Because
And then turn that on.
well,
Get a rainbow blade.
because in Jedi Power Battles on the PS1,
Here we go.
you could get power.
Stop using this as canon.
If a year of our Dark Lord 2025, they were like, the announcement you've all been waiting for. We're re-releasing Jedi
Yeah, I
Power
heard this.
Battles.
It's coming to Switch.
I know. It's like, who asked for
I've
this?
never heard
But yeah,
of
you
it.
were saying there were power-ups.
You have power-ups, and one power-up would make your lightsaber longer for like 30 seconds, and the other
Interesting.
would make it wider for 30 seconds.
Wider. What advantage would that give you?
It hit harder?
Oh, it's like heavy.
It's like a tree
more,
trunk.
more destruction of an area.
Think about it. Yeah.
girth.
Yeah.
A girth enhancement.
A real girth.
How much longer did it go? Was it double? Because that's
At
like
least-
a halberd.
It's quite long.
That's
Yeah.
That's even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because when I
Yeah.
see Jedi's flipping around with their,
Could hit their heads.
I'm
yeah.
like any second now you lose.
But they've
your
got
hand.
good reflexes.
But they've got good reflexes.
Oh, they have a force kind of just giving them
yeah, just
script
protecting
armor.
them.
Yeah.
But if it was twice as long,
Yeah.
you're fucked. And you're cutting into the ground.
What if
Yeah.
you had one lightsaber that was like 100 foot long, and it could only be on for like a second, and you just pointed it at an enemy and went pew,
yeah, that would work.
like a gun.
Well, that is yeah. Except
Yeah, that's
it's,
a gun.
except it's a full length.
I've just
of,
realised,
length
John,
of gun.
your idea about tiny little lightsabers, they did it.
Did they?
Kylo Ren's lightsaber has 2 of them.
Yeah.
Little daggers.
What if he
yeah,
had
on the
like
side.
3 on each fist, and he's like Wolverine?
Yeah, like bare knuckle, like
That-
knuckle dusters.
Any money, they'll do that at some point. They will.
They've run out of things to do with
Yeah.
lightsabers.
They've done the whip.
They have a whip.
The light whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to.
We all knew
That was
coming.
purple.
Was it?
That was purple. There you go.
Ah, yes, it's all explained in the Windu Chronicles, Volume 4.
Yeah.
No one's reading
Windu
this.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
She only used
I'm
it
reading
once,
it.
and it was weird, but it was purple.
Now we talk about a lightsaber being insanely dangerous, but like
Yeah.
a whip.
There is no way you would survive one use of that.
No, you and everyone in 100-meter
Yeah.
vicinities is
You
already
would kill
dead.
yourself and then everyone else
It
as
kills
your
you- it-
discombobulated body parts just flailed around and killed everyone.
It kills you backwards in time. Like, before you've even thought of it, you're already
Yeah.
dead.
It's too late, yeah.
Everyone you've met, all your colleagues, they're all dead.
It's been fun.
We've spoken about Star Wars for quite a long
Yeah,
time.
Happy New Year, everyone, by the way.
Oh shit! Yeah, happy Star
Yeah,
Wars.
welcome back.
New Year,
Culturally
whatever.
relevant as ever.
Whatever.
It's been so long since we've done this. I think I've forgotten.
Well, we were all ill over Christmas.
Very ill.
Yeah, very.
We were going to go watch
Upsetting.
Sonic 3, weren't we? But it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to watch that.
We will go and watch it.
Oh, I'm sure
We
we
will.
will.
We have an oath.
Or we'll watch it at home.
We'll probably watch it at home, but we have an oath.
We can buy it. Or rent
And also,
it.
it's a sunk cost thing at this point. I've seen
Yeah.
1 and 2 against my will.
We could rent it and watch it properly and then do an episode where we're watching it on mute.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
normally do.
we couldn't watch it live on air. I
No,
mean,
no,
we'd
no,
all
no.
be screaming in excitement.
Yes,
you know.
quite.
I'm pissing.
I don't think this will be the end of it as well.
No, they've
Rumors are
said
already
they-
circulating.
Yeah, it won't
saying
be.
about 4. Yeah.
Bunch of nutters.
And also, we know Jim Carrey wants to come back for it because it's the role of a lifetime.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he wouldn't come back for a subpar script.
He certainly would not.
We'll do that at some point.
Can we
then.
call him a piece of shit? Yeah, because I think.
Yeah, I
he's-
think so.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's coming though. Yeah.
4. Sonic 3 is coming.
Well, Sonic 3 from us is coming.
Also, at this point, I am actually genuinely a little bit curious. I do kind of want to see.
I've read that it's quite good.
Wait. That's a hell of a thing
The
to
bar's
say.
very low.
Yeah.
Because, in my opinion, Sonic 2 was better than Sonic 1.
It's the best of the 3 prequels.
Well, that's.
But it's a
True,
pointless
yeah.
thing to say because 1 was a negative movie. Right?
Yeah.
It was below 0 in terms of quality and good.
It's barely a movie.
Even if this was a 0, it's therefore better than 1.
Yeah.
And I think 2 was maybe a 1, maybe a 2
So,
stars.
so what we're saying is that, like,
Out of 10, that is.
you're basically proposing that a 2-star movie, which is what this is going to be, is going to be the triumph of the trilogy.
I'm saying this could be I'm saying, John, this could be a 3 out of 10. And
Whoa,
you need to
whoa,
buckle the
that is
fuck
quite
up
a
and
claim.
get ready.
Whoa.
No, but
Get
again,
ready.
But again, this is the mag scenario we're in now, where like the entire world has lost its goddamn mind, and we're now like being in a Sonic movie is now kind of like
Meaningful.
yeah.
Because Keanu Reeves.
Oh, it's got Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves. Who's the next meme cast?
Is it like the new Marvel? Like everyone wanted to be in a
wants to be
Marvel
in a
movie,
Sonic
right?
movie.
Every celebrity and their dog wanted to be in a Marvel movie.
well, who's going to be the next?
Thing is, you've actually got to get in shape for a Marvel.
Well, okay,
movie.
here's the thing, right? The big rumor is that Sonic 4 will have Rouge the Bat in it.
But is it confirmed that the sexy rat is not in 3?
No, I don't know whether Rouge is in 3.
I feel like I've read how 3 ends, but I'm not going to say it.
I've heard
can.
hints of how 3 ends.
And is it hinting at Rouge?
No, that's not what I've heard.
Oh.
But I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
I'm not saying anything.
No,
Okay, let's not say
no.
anything. But my point is,
People who listen to this probably listening about Sonic for the first time.
let's just talk as if we know nothing. If Rouge was to appear, what celebrity would they cast to voice? Because we've had Idris Elba as Knuckles, and we've had Keanu Reeves as Shadow.
Monica Bellucci.
Nah, she's not. Well,
Oh no,
Scarlett.
she's got that alluring voice. You've got to
Yeah,
have an
I
alluring,
need someone
roguish
with an
voice.
alluring-
right?
Well, no,
voice.
but she's also got to be a meme casting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Was Idris Elba a meme cast? Would
Yes.
You say? I definitely agree with you that Keanu Reeves is.
yeah, no, I think Idris Elba has enough of a. It's Idris Elba. It's kind of
But
funny.
if it's going to be a meme cast,
Yeah.
then it's going to have to be gross, right? Because the kind of people who are doing those sorts of memes are like fucking incel, basement dwelling, neckbeard, gross people.
It has to be beyond irony. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's like
Yes.
because
Julia Roberts. She has a nice voice. I watched Notting Hill over Christmas.
It's not. No, it's no.
She has a
okay,
nice
it's
voice.
not
It's
about.
just
It's
on
not
her
about
voice.
being qualified.
It's,
well,
it's
that-
about being sexy.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
it's
fine
not-
then. Yeah,
it's-
I think that
You've
meets
got
the criteria.
It's weird because you've got to be sexy.
Yeah.
You've kind of got to be competent,
Yeah.
but it's also your very existence, the very fact that this is happening. The headline
joke.
has to be a joke.
You can't believe that person X is in Sonic
So it would be
4.
like
I see.
Meryl Streep cast as Rouge the Bat.
Oh, actually, Meryl Streep's
and
quite
then
a good
everybody,
shout.
Yeah.
that's very
Yeah.
funny because
That's
that's
funny.
stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay,
then
yeah.
and then
Well,
that
let's say Meryl Streep then.
Okay, Meryl Streep.
There you go.
There we
Okay,
go.
right.
So I'm
That
going to put
was
that
easy.
rumor online. I'm going to say Meryl Streep
Meryl
confirmed.
Streep.
because having like
As
an
a little known
because-
Sonic character.
because having like an
Rouge
Oscar
the Bat.
having an Oscar winner do
Yeah.
a D tier.
Yeah. That's coming.
Okay, since we put Chris on blast for a while about his Star Wars knowledge, I'm going to turn to you, John, and I'm going to say, what the fuck's that chameleon called?
SBO.
Yeah, right. I just wanted to make it clear to
yeah.
our listeners that you're a nerd. in
I
a different
did
way.
read
SBO's
genuinely
coming.
that they're thinking about doing a chaotic show.
That would make sense.
Because
Like a cartoon show.
there was a Knuckles show.
Yeah.
That was a live action
which I've
show.
not seen.
Yeah.
Which I have not seen, and I kind of think I
You know
need
the thing
to
where
see.
you're like, I saw a thing the other day saying like, oh, Marvel's latest movie, The Thunderbolts, only 4 months till it's in cinema.
I know.
And I'm like, that movie came out 4 years ago, didn't it?
I'm sure it did. We all have the memory of
Like we've
going to see
we've
it, right?
seen this movie.
and yet we have
Was
not.
that the Thunderbolts?
Yeah,
Whatever.
You know
Yeah.
what's so weird about the Thunderbolts and Marvel in general? How quiet it's been.
yeah. Like
It
nobody.
used to be every 20 minutes there was a new Marvel announcement, and now it's just like
I'm not bothered. I've got to the point now where I don't really care.
Yeah.
I
when
have
stuff
gone.
comes
So
out.
I knew the bubble would burst for me personally, and I
Woo!
knew I would fall off it. Woo!
Woo!
But I did not expect for it to travel backwards through time and spoil everything for me.
Yeah.
like
Spoil the rest
I
of it.
honestly feel like the Marvel effect has been so profoundly bad lately that it's gone backwards through time and made me dislike things I thought I liked at the time. Genuinely.
I
Yeah.
think it's made
It's
made
incredible.
it less rewatchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
care
I used
about
to, we
any of
rewatched
it.
them. We used to rewatch them loads.
Yeah, so did I.
And now I'm not. I'm like, I'll leave it.
Yeah.
I can't like objectively look at them anymore without kind of being a bit annoyed.
Mm.
It's really weird.
Yeah. It's really.
It's left a really
Sad.
sour taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's left a really sour taste.
I'll
in my mouth.
probably still be keen to see the bigger ones.
There are a handful
Thunderbolts
of
I'll watch when it comes on
them. Who the
Disney
fuck cares,
Plus.
honestly.
You know, I'll watch them on Disney Plus. I'm sure.
Because they've got to be thinking, why are we even pinching this out into a cinema?
I think they are thinking that, which is why it's taking so long for it to come out.
They just-
They're almost got cold feet about
Just
it.
stick it on Disney Plus.
No, yeah, they're not going to do well from that. No one's going to go watch that.
Because not the whole thing with the Black Widow movie? Didn't they just dump that onto Disney Plus in the end?
No, that was cinema, I think.
Did it get?
That was both. They did both.
Because
because that's why
that was
Scarlett
COVID.
Johansson was pissed, wasn't
she
it?
sued them.
Maybe it was just Disney Plus.
Because she was promised a cinematic release.
I think
and
I think they did because we definitely bought it for like a day or whatever you do
right.
to see the premiere. But that was also the day it came out in cinemas. But because it was still
Oh, so they
COVID
did
times,
Yeah.
there was no one really going to cinemas. So yeah,
I
we
think
we
I saw it
paid
in
we
cinema.
paid £20 extra, like just to watch it.
Wow.
And we were like, well, that's the cost of the cinema,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Oh,
So,
yeah, fair, yeah.
And you get to be home and
yeah,
it's kind of
exactly,
all-
and not
yeah.
catch COVID.
Eat
So that
your
was
own
good.
popcorn. I went to catch COVID specifically.
Yeah,
I wanted-
specifically.
I really wanted to.
Could you guarantee I'll catch COVID? Oh yes, sir.
Actually, certainly we can.
Absolutely.
You'll
Not
be
a-
with some people who are like
not a
licking
problem.
doorknobs. for
Yeah.
you, so-
I mean, we've said it before, but like the passage of time. Do you remember that fateful day where we all
There have been
had a
many
steak
fateful
and went to
days.
see Sonic the Hedgehog
Yeah,
just
that was
before COVID?
Oh, yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Valentine's.
that's how we chose to
That's
spend
how
it
we-
with our wives.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
Well, and
They're so
fiance
lucky.
at the time.
They're so
yeah.
lucky.
They're very lucky. It's also Ali's birthday, Valentine's Day, so
Yeah.
it was a triple whammy. 'Cause
Yeah,
she
she
got
really-
Valentine's, birthday, and Sonic.
All her kind of Christmases came at once. didn't
Everything
they?
really
yeah.
fell apart for her that day.
Yeah.
And then going, oh no.
and then lockdown was announced.
And then
yeah.
and then we all got locked in our houses for a year.
Maybe we have joked about this before, but like Sonic maybe brought the pandemic down upon us all.
Yeah, maybe it never really like like it, if there was a black hole at the heart of culture,
Yeah, there it is.
like and it's warping space time, it's eating forwards and backwards in every direction. Yeah.
I recently rewatched Sonic 1 for my sins, not from the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
At Christmas, I went to see my brother, and I've told you this story before, but he kicked us out of his house because of his kids and stuff. And having travelled 3.5 hours to get there, he was then like, "Go to your hotel and do nothing for 4 hours." And I was like,
I have heard this story.
cool, I guess. And so, yeah, Ali fell asleep in the hotel, and I was just scrolling through TV channels, and there was nothing on, but
Yeah.
Sonic 1 was on.
Ah.
And I was like, you know what? I'll
Go
give
on,
this
then.
another watch.
this
Go
will
on,
be
then.
this will be a fun
Yeah, this will
you
be a
know,
fun, like, retrospective.
in
Yeah.
in
Is
time.
it really as bad as I thought it was?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
A profound yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Barely a movie.
Barely a movie. Yeah. And again on the rewatch, like, because I've watched it 3 times now. Once at the cinema, once when we did the fucking commentary,
Yeah.
and now this third time. And really makes me think that it was a different script that they
Yeah.
just copy and pasted
Definitely.
Sonic into. There's
Definitely.
no question of that. It's like a fun alien movie.
I think
or so they
subsequently
thought.
they've gone, right, let's do an actual Sonic movie this time.
Which is why they've improved.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah.
But actually, my pet theory is that I think 3 will be worse again. And the reason is Shadow. Because he is objectively a shit character.
It's gonna have this. It's gonna
Objectively.
be
Objectively,
saddled.
that's not just my opinion.
No.
It's gonna be saddled with this awful weight of they're gonna be like the epic conclusion.
Oh,
So suddenly they're gonna be like, we've got to
this
wrap
won't
this.
conclude.
Well, no,
but
they
then
won't.
apparently it won't.
This will never conclude.
But
But they have to pretend it will.
yeah, because
at
they're
least for
like,
now.
you know, they
will
are.
they survive? Yes.
Yeah, like the film is going to be portentous as fuck, unearned as anything.
Yeah.
Going like, this is going to be Donut Lord, don't die on me. You know, this is
God,
where we're
he's
going
to
yeah.
die,
That
or
would-
at least look like he's going
I
to.
mean, if James Marsden were to perish in one of those movies, that would be fine.
Hilarious. Shadow is such an awful character
I had that game.
in so many ways, and like he is an edgelord in almost the most definitive sense of the word. But he also has this frustratingly disgusting backstory about being connected to this child in some way,
Yeah.
which I don't really understand, but I just know enough to know I hate it.
I think he was groaning a tube.
Great.
I have to say, this is around the time that this is where
diverge.
This is where reason fails. You know, we're up against the abyss now.
Or
yeah.
wins for you because you left.
I
Sonic at
suppose
this
so,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, you diverged from the bullshit
But I think he was groaning a tube. He's
Great.
a clone
of Sonic.
of Sonic,
Brilliant.
which doesn't make a lot of sense in this because in the logic of the movie,
They've got to retcon. that,
Sonic's
haven't
been
they?
on Earth for
They
like
used his spine, I bet. I bet
Yeah.
they used that porcupine spine.
yeah, but it's meant to be like. I think canonically it's meant to be like, oh, he was built ages ago.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
And he's meant to be like...
Yes, you're right, because the
Yeah.
flashback stuff with the kid is going to be a flashback.
Yeah. And while he's in a tube being grown from like a little scraping of cells,
They
He
scrape
bonds
Sonic.
with this girl.
yeah, because she's like the innocent, pure daughter of the mad scientist
But she dies.
she's going to die.
That's not a spoiler.
No, that's
Because
basically the
everyone who
entire
gives
point.
anything about a shit about Sonic knows that she dies.
And the meme that's been going around are all the A4 printed pieces of paper that cinema managers have been sticking up on doors saying, please do not cheer when the girl is murdered.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
But also,
Oh no!
That's unbelievable. It's bad, but it's also hilarious.
yeah,
Oh,
but
dear.
also, like, nothing matters. I'd be like, guys, yeah, why not?
But stop. My issue is stop trying to make this bullshit, pathetic 2D, one-dimensional character like important or make us care about. Like it's a fucking black evil version of a bullshit of already character, and you're going to try and make us pull our heartstrings because he has this bond with this young girl. Stop it.
It's all we've got.
It's pathetic. And also, just because that was the story in the games doesn't mean you have to do it in the movie. Just make him this ridiculous antithesis of Sonic, like evil, dark shadow version of Sonic. Don't bring a weird girl murder into it. That's fucking weird. It's really weird.
Do you think we'll see Big the cat?
I hope so, because I've
Yeah.
drawn a lot of fat art.
So who's Silver the Hedgehog?
That
He's another hedgehog.
He's
that
got a
was
lot of spines.
from.
Yeah.
In many ways, that was the pinnacle.
They also
of
stole my character's name, bastards.
Sticks.
Sticks. They stole that from me.
They stole it from you.
I sent the picture to Sega, and then years later,
The funny thing is, they could have done. They
they
could have
stole
stolen
that
Yeah.
from me.
Well,
And it's not that dissimilar to my character.
quite a different character.
No, bollocks.
Yeah.
No, bollocks.
No, it's quite a different.
That's bollocks.
No,
No, it's bollocks.
No, yours was
That's bollocks.
I
Yours
think
was,
I have seen both, and I
yours was a mauve wildcat who was also a ninja. Theirs is
and
a
Styx is brown,
theirs is a brown echidna.
No, bollocks.
wearing like wrappings.
It's got wrappings. My Sticks had wrappings on his sticks.
His.
and this-
Styx is a her.
You can change things like that.
You can
They
actually.
do. They love
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, they love doing it.
The sticks that Sticks has, Sega Sticks, not original Sticks,
It's got 6 sticks.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind.
has got wrappings on her sticks.
Sure,
like
yeah.
my
Say it again.
Sticks did.
Yeah.
on the Styx themselves.
There's too much similar.
Sure.
They
yeah.
stole my idea.
Silver was in the Shadow the Hedgehog game, right?
No.
Oh shit! Silver came in another time.
Silver came in Sonic the Hedgehog 2006,
Oh, the one where he was in a human world with
which
a
is
human
the
woman.
ill-fated game where Sonic, an anthropomorphic blue hedgehog, has a relationship with a Final Fantasy-esque princess
Oh.
who is a human.
And they did not compromise on his cartoon design in any way.
No.
So to see him standing side by side with an anime human
Getting it
woman
on with a
Because
woman.
of course he
is
doesn't
hard.
and in that
Well, I was
scene
hard anyway.
he doesn't read as a hedgehog. He reads as a plasticine blue homunculus.
Best, he reads as a man in a mascot suit from a baseball game trying to fuck a young girl.
Yeah, yeah.
That's basically what it looks like.
Oh god.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
It's very bad. And this is of course where we get the Iblis trigger.
Which you said as though everyone should know.
The Iblis sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is.
I know.
Why does that sound familiar?
a Sonic thing.
Genuinely
It must be from Sonic.
I knowing you as well as I know you, I don't think you know.
No,
I
but
think
that
it's just
word,
some-
word has
Penetrated.
done something.
Idris El.
No, I don't
Iblis
think it's
Elba.
that.
The Iblis trigger.
Iblis, that's
Yeah.
what I said.
Sonic is the Iblis.
It's
trigger.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's there somewhere. I've obviously
Yeah.
read it
in the
somewhere.
law.
This is when, really, as a society, we should have had some kind of meeting about what Sonic was and what we
direction Sonic should
were
go.
I think the
doing.
meeting should have been: do we stop Sonic now?
Yeah, I
Like,
think.
are we finished?
I think the experiment is over. This is where we empty the petri
weeks.
dish and
Yes.
go.
When do we
home.
finish
Let's
Sonic?
create a new.
When is there?
fun
When is it the
mascot
end of
character.
Sonic?
Yeah.
Never.
When is
Are you
the-
googling when is the end?
No,
of
I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not.
When will Sonic end?
when will we be released?
When is the,
Free.
Yeah.
when is the end of Sonic?
Yeah.
Soon. No, probably not.
I wonder if we. I think you probably could pinpoint with a bit of study.
You could
I
use a
think-
bit of mathematical
Yeah.
probability.
But the video games will just keep going because you can put them in all sorts of wacky scenarios.
Yeah, but as far
It's
as I'm
true, you
aware,
can't.
like,
all the
Put him in a
same
top hat.
scenarios as previously, and people will still buy it.
Put him in a top hat. It's Sonic
but,
Steam.
but he's got a new hat.
Steam World Sonic. And he's now steampunk.
they released
Steampunk
that
Sonic.
kind of like
Steampunk
Sega released that kind of joke game like last year.
Yeah, they
It was
did.
a murder mystery on a train.
And it was Sonic.
But Sonic had been killed, and all his friends were trying to work out who'd killed
I
him.
mean, that what?
I
you know.
almost couldn't believe that they were able to laugh at themselves
Yes,
to that level.
Because that suggested they had self-awareness and a
Yes.
sense of humour.
And
which
for a second, I thought there was hope.
So what the game is figure
Yeah.
out who killed Sonic.
It's like a point-and-click adventure.
I see.
You can talk to Tails, you talk to Knuckles, and you've got to
Right.
try and find out who killed Sonic.
God.
But I do think it might transpire that he wasn't actually dead.
yeah, because you can't kill your.
No, absolutely.
You can't
Why
kill
love
the
it,
main.
man.
You
Why
can't
on
kill
earth
the
would you
main
do
man.
that?
Yeah.
Boy,
Why on earth would
little
you do
main
that?
blue boy. We should probably start the
I
podcast.
should just point. We've been talking like an hour about Star Wars and Sonic the
Do
Hedgehog.
we need to do the podcast?
Well, it's 2025. Mate.
Can't we just?
Yeah, but because of that, it's a fresh start.
We'll
right?
keep,
We can
we'll
do
keep
it.
chatting and then we'll do the hates next time.
Could this be like? Could this whole podcast be an elaborate psyop where everyone's like, "Oh, that's that podcast where it's like Room 101, that show no one remembers," and then actually, if you listen to it, they're just
actually
talking,
isn't.
They're just talking about Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic and Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's all they.
Two
That's
of
all
the
they
best
did.
franchises.
That's all they did.
Or we could just blast through our hate.
I can blast through it.
Well, I mean, I feel we should make some kind of lip service.
Yeah,
towards
go on then.
Let's
what
do
the
lip
actual
service.
podcast is.
Mine's
gonna-
not particularly funny, so I'll go first.
Brilliant.
We might get something out of this.
You never
might.
know. We could.
Well,
win
you
it.
know all about this.
Well, you haven't said
'Cause
it
it's
yet.
all I've talked about for the last 2 weeks.
I haven't been listening.
Your child.
No.
Your
Thank God.
That's been
your-
18
Oh,
months.
your boiler.
There it is.
Your
Your
boiler.
boiler. You hate it.
Your
Well,
boiler.
I hate what's happened because our boiler packed up just before Christmas.
Oh, that's not a good
So
time.
we've been without central heating for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Over Christmas.
When you need it most, 48 degrees. Wait, no, that's the wrong joke.
Let me tell you, it's been less than 48 degrees in my house lately. Even Fahrenheit.
Fuck.
Oh God. Anyway, the boiler broke, so we were told you're going to need a new boiler. Uh-oh. But I can only do it like early January. Uh-oh.
I'm sure it works fine.
What do you mean?
I should think so.
So it leaked through the ceiling, so we've got wallpaper falling off the wall, which is great.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
I
a fun addition.
And that's load-bearing paper as well.
load bearing wallpaper. Well, I don't think we actually needed that wallpaper. We just had someone turn up and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to put wallpaper up and paint the wallpaper." Yeah, okay.
Who are you? How'd you get into my
That's
house?
fine. Yeah. Oh no, we asked him in.
Oh, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a vampire. You don't do that.
Yeah.
But
you
anyway,
don't do
we need to fix that. But then it was just like, oh well, we're gonna have to rely on electric heaters for 3 weeks, and it's one of those things that I think with time will be quite funny. We'll be like, remember that Christmas where we didn't have any central heating?
What was funny is that you ended up hosting more than even you normally do when you had a freezing cold house.
Well, you've been around the house twice without any central heating
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
That's what I
Like,
mean.
full evenings.
And we were okay.
We were fine.
You were fine.
We
Yeah.
loved it actually. It was
Did
better
you?
than your normal house.
Well, it was the problem was it's either too hot or too cold. There was no in between.
Yeah, there's
Three
no
days.
control in it, is there?
So that's been fun.
What's kind of
And
great?
I don't like the responsibility that comes with it, or not knowing
No.
anything
true,
about it.
that's-
What's
No.
kind of great is that as a household and a family, you've suffered so many surprising financial
Oh yeah.
setbacks.
That's true.
That, you've grown as people.
Oh, I wouldn't say that exactly. No,
the wallets haven't grown.
I'd say I'm much
No.
poorer
Yeah.
financially for the experience.
Do you feel like you may have, if only because there's nothing left to break?
Oh, I would. Oh, don't be saying that, John. There's still plenty of stuff that can break in that house. We'll find out what that is over the next year, I'm sure.
Indeed, yeah. But you have
plenty
heating
more.
now.
We
It's
have
all
heating
working,
as
yeah.
of yesterday.
Happy days.
We now have central heating again.
God, lovely.
Once more. And it's lovely. It's
Oh.
really made me appreciate
There
not
you go.
being cold.
Character
Indeed.
building stuff.
Yeah.
And also-
But I could have learned that in a day, not 3 weeks.
Also, I do just know it.
and I also know, I walked here and I was like,
It's
"Oh,
cold.
it's cold.
And I don't
Yeah.
like cold.
I prefer being
And you'll feel the
inside."
benefit now when you go inside.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Never really understood that phrase. Feel the
No,
benefit.
no.
It's like you put your coat on too early. Is that their thing? So you put your coat on too early, and then you get warm in your coat, and then it's like, oh, you'll never feel the benefit. Is that how it works?
I think you probably would feel the benefit.
If anything,
I think the idea is that if you've got all the layers on you're gonna have, you can't get any warmer once you go outside.
so.
Yeah, so...
Whereas if
it's-
you've got layers off inside and then put layers on outside, there will be a differential.
But what I don't understand is
It's
why do I
bollocks.
need to feel the benefit?
It sounds like a pastime invented by a society that desperately wants to be unhappy.
Yes. No, you're right. It does.
Yeah,
And in fact, I think that is it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
I would highly recommend to you, though, both here,
Boilers.
Boilers.
and people listening,
having a boiler.
Having a boiler.
have a boiler.
Jesus.
That's
Have a
right.
boiler by all means, and ideally don't let it break just before Christmas.
two solid nuggets of wisdom there.
would be ideal.
Number one, have a boiler.
have a boiler.
Number two, don't let it break.
Don't let it break ever. Ideally,
I have a boiler,
yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He's right.
Hey, that guy's right.
and it's not broken.
No,
So at the moment, I'm
it's
fucking
one of the
acing it.
many pitfalls of home ownership, which people don't warn you about.
Where did
But your boiler will break.
Where does your boiler live?
in the box room,
Oh.
the smallest room that we have.
Oh.
And that was one of the things that made us tipped us over to that house because it was brand new. It was just
Whoa,
installed.
whoa, whoa!
So we don't fear touch veneered plastic. That we don't fear that it will break for now. Although we've had it for fucking 5 years.
10-year warranty on this boiler though.
Nice.
10
New
years.
one, 10-year
Gosh.
warranty.
Get less for murder.
Was it a
Sorry.
Worcester?
It's a Worcester.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
can't go wrong with a
That's
Worcester.
how you know.
a Worcester.
I think we had a new Worcester when we moved in.
Oh yeah,
I want to say, as in it had just been put in.
lovely.
Nice.
It has been serviced.
Yeah,
I think it does need another service.
yeah.
Ours hasn't been said.
Got to service these things.
Yeah, that's my mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, brinkmanship. I like it.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So
Sexual brinkmanship.
it's been shit. It's been
But-
shit. But I think in the future we'll be like,
Remember that time?
Remember that time the boiler
Remember
broke
the
at
coldest
Christmas.
winter on record?
Download memory.
I think download memory. Memory download ended.
Meta cyber interface.
Someone-
Download memory to
Someone
AI
told,
bot.
someone told me today
Yeah.
that according to the BBC, reliable source, could be minus 10 degrees
Here.
this weekend.
This weekend?
Fuck that.
And why would he lie?
Does that mean it might snow?
No, I think snow. It's
It has to be warmer, doesn't it?
You
Too
get
cold to
anti-snow.
Anti-snow. It comes from below. Straight up into
It's
your
like,
house.
it's like those pints that pour from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Oh yeah. If you go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, they put a little thing. You put your glass or plastic glass on like a little pad, and it goes from the bottom.
I've seen footage of it, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. I think the
I
pad.
thought it was
I
a
think the
joke,
pad.
actually.
I think it's like a one-way split in the
Like a
glass,
valve.
and it goes up into the glass, and it just goes.
I would not trust that. Carrying it around.
I would wager that Tottenham has problems enough as it is.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Lovely stadium though, to go visit.
Is it a good stadium?
Yeah.
And they have this reverse
It's very new, and they have the reverse beer.
Same league as you?
Bollocks.
You
No,
said that
they're-
knowing.
They're Premier League.
So why are you visiting them?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
what
I'm
are you
not.
up to?
I've just been told that.
What's your game?
But they do.
You've got no
they do-
business being
They
here
host
then.
NFL there. They host gigs.
NFL?
Oh.
That's American football, yeah?
Yeah, American football has one game in England per season.
Really?
Every year.
What,
Just
a real-
one fixture per
A real
season.
Why?
game.
Yeah.
That's included.
Just for like global expansion.
That's insane.
Yeah, they do
Wow.
that.
What a world.
Which sport has the Super Bowl? Is it that?
Yeah, American football, NFL,
Which sport has the World Series?
baseball.
And it's not the world, is it? It's just America.
Yeah, well, America defines themselves
Yeah,
as the
yeah.
world.
Yeah,
for
because no one else
purposes
plays
of that.
baseball.
'Cause no one
Japan
gives a
plays
shit.
baseball.
Japan plays baseball.
Yeah,
Japan.
no one gives a shit though. So anyway, yeah, don't let your boiler break before Christmas.
Good advice. Solid advice.
But we're still around, and we've
still
got a
here.
boiler now. Nice new boiler. Ooh,
Gosh.
nice new boiler.
I'm
Cost
not
me. It cost me enough, but it's there and it's heating the house, and that's enough
That's brilliant. That's great.
for now.
I have a hate.
He's got a hate.
Yeah,
I really want to just move on.
I would.
From that, yeah.
It wasn't that funny, as I told you.
I think we got.
I did warn you.
Why do you
It
think
wasn't
we've
that
been
funny.
padding with all this Sonic
We got
talk?
some content
Yeah.
out of it.
Oh, you didn't
and
know it.
content's all that matters.
Content.
Very soon, this podcast will be replaced by 3 AI people talking about love and
Like
hate.
money to content ratio. That's probably my most expensive hate.
Yeah, that's
I
true,
would say.
Yeah.
Even the car?
Yeah, more than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, rough
Fuck,
chuckles.
that's. I didn't realise that. We can
Yeah.
go back onto your hate if you like.
No, I'm not going to say how much it was, but
No,
it was
no.
expensive.
Yikes.
There you go. Let's
Well,
move
now
on.
Now I really want to service my boiler. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. The
Woo!
brickmanship has just leveled up a bit. Woo-hoo! My hate is when people fall for my shit drawings. So fall in love
Oh.
specifically.
Oh.
So sometimes I'll do a crappy little drawing,
Mm.
and it'll be in some capacity like maybe a concept or a rough or a sketch for what is yet to come.
Sure.
And people will like that specifically when
I
it was
see.
never intended to be the final thing.
I understand.
It was only ever like a placeholder. And the most profound example of this is the big comic we're working on at the moment, Tiny Hercules for Macmillan.
Wait.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is there a press release I
Do you-
might be able to read about
do you-
We
this?
literally talked about it on a podcast.
Do you mean the comic that we signed a 4-book publishing deal for?
I do.
Really turned our lives around.
Really
I've been meaning to talk
put
to you
us
about
on
my
the
cut.
comics map.
I've been meaning to talk to you about my cut.
I'll cut you.
Yeah.
No, seriously though,
Yeah.
I'd be quite inspirational. There's a picture.
it's a
I've
small-
done a tiny right.
Can't
right.
wait to hear this. Can't wait to hear this.
Right.
Here we go.
I'm glad I'm sitting down.
Yeah, fuck me. Buckle up, everyone.
I came here to look after the cat once.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
And I drew a picture of Tiny Hercules.
You did.
And
You
it's
did.
still on your board
Yeah,
downstairs.
it's charming. Yeah.
Charming as fuck.
So
Yeah.
where's my cut?
Well, you drew my
With
character.
that in mind, where's my cut?
Wait, so hang on a minute. You drew a picture inspired by the work we've done on a book we created.
And you want to cut.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, as long
Yeah.
as we lay all the facts out and you're
Yeah.
still sticking to your script.
I thought you were going to say, Tiny Hercules, I'm a small, belligerent man.
Oh yeah.
And we
Okay.
based him on
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which we did.
All right.
Objectively. He wouldn't exist if we didn't know you.
Good. Where's my
We
cut?
nearly called the comic
Little
Chris
Cr-
Ray,
little
small
Cr-
belligerent man.
Little Chris.
Little Chris, little belligerent Chris.
Little belligerent Chris.
Yeah, but they just said belligerent was a word that kids couldn't spell.
Yeah.
And
And
we
now
changed
they can
it to-
adults.
We changed it to Tiny Hercules.
Adults struggle.
The Adventures of Tiny Awful Man.
It's just
Tiny awful man.
it's just Chris on the front with a beer.
Yeah.
What's your fucking problem?
What's my problem?
Just me going, that's what I said.
What do you mean?
Oh, good.
No,
but anyway.
yeah,
where's my
so
cut?
great comic. Really
Great,
good comic.
great comic. It's gonna be
It's
gonna be
gonna be out in 7
fantastic.
years,
Still
whatever
a
the fuck, yeah.
year away from
7
publication. There we go.
And we did a pitch for that comic, if you remember.
I did.
You were involved, so I hope
You may be in one of my
involved.
my sporadic alcohol fueled blackouts.
Yes, it was definitely alcohol fueled. And at that point, we hadn't really nailed much down, other than the concept.
Nah, it was all,
And even at that point, he was called Homunculus as well. I should point
Homunculus.
out. So
That
wasn't
I-
even the final title.
yeah.
We're really seeing behind the curtain.
And I did not draw the character that I'm drawing today. It did not look the same.
No, he looks quite different.
Very different. He had big floppy biceps,
He did.
and he
was
didn't have
very-
a neck.
He's quite Popeye-esque.
Yeah, it was quite Popeye-esque.
Yeah.
It was quite hourglass shaped. Weirdly, he went in at his waist and he went out for his
Yeah.
skirt. He didn't have a neck. His head was floating above his shoulders. And in many ways, it was quite a bad drawing. But for a long period after the pitch and well into starting the process of making the book for real, they kept making little comments and little digs about how they kind of wished it looked a bit more like that. It's like, why does he look more like that shit awful drawing that you did on a napkin like 2,000 years ago? And it's like, what the fuck? That was objectively so bad, and the new design is so much better. And they've come around. You know, they accept him as he is now, and he's so much better now. There's just, I honestly cannot see the sense in it. But there's another one, and I'm going to level this one at you.
Oh, here I go.
Yeah,
What have I done?
Because it's also Tiny Hercules. In the rough sketches,
Another version.
you fell in love with my awful drawings of Socrates the cat. Did I? Yeah. And you know, this comes from a place of love and appreciation because obviously
I feel like I'm on blast.
you're
now.
very, well, you are. You're very kind to say nice things about the things that I've drawn, but you're also wrong.
I can't remember what I said.
Because I did a sketch of a proposed concept of how Socrates was going to look when I entered into final artwork. And you replied in a text, and you went, "But I love that bean Socrates that you drew in the roughs." Because he was kind of bean shaped.
Yeah, he was just like a
kidney bean.
an ovoid
with like limbs sticking off it. And the only reason he was a bean and looked like that was because I was just sharting drawings out like so quickly because I had so much to do in such little time. Yeah. So I just shat out this little bean cat. And you're like, I quite like that little bean Socrates.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it, John. It was a good bean. But the thing is, I did revisit the design, bearing that in mind, because I was like, John's not an asshole most of the time.
Yeah.
And I have made the bean work.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was, I only did that because you fell for this god awful drawing.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
for doing it.
Maybe what I'm learning here is that I'm actually like I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Because the first scrawlings that I do, like a bat,
Yeah, like kind of feces on a wall.
like bat feces,
yeah.
is actually maybe the greatest things I ever draw. And then when I actually polish them, they end up being much
worse.
Much worse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're the only person in the room currently who's studied the noble
Bat.
game of art.
Oh yeah.
Noble bat.
Is there not some kind of truth in that? That like you're
Probably.
you're speaking from your gut. You know,
Yeah.
you're just kind of.
The thing is,
You don't
you
know
were
where to
right
think
about
these
being
things.
Socrates, as it happens.
Oh, thank
You
you.
turned out to be right about that. One of the only times you've been right about anything. But
Congratulations.
Macmillan was still very much wrong about the old Hercules design. It was very bad. Or at least worse. It wasn't bad, maybe.
This will be the kind of thing that, when this becomes very successful, people will want to see.
Yeah, and
They'll
they
be
never,
like,
and they
"Where's-
never will. In fact, I'll
Where's the
delete the files
old
now.
Hercules? Where's the first Hercules? Tiny Hercules.
First Hercules.
To be fair, we could put it in the back as a sort of bonus material sort of thing, the first pitch. That might be quite fun to do.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Sell it for thousands in a few years.
I think what's funny.
Or I will.
I think what's funny that in a creative process that
That's
involves
the app.
a great many voices.
Yeah.
I think it's actually kind of fun that there's only one person who actually draws it. You know,
I suppose so. There's a lot of opinions flying
there's a
around.
chorus of feedback, and
What was that?
What on earth?
you.
Is that my dialysis machine?
So for context, there was an LED cat behind Nick's head,
I forgot what that was. Yeah.
and I've been watching it slowly
Slide.
slide over during your ill-informed rant.
Animated.
Yeah, and it's just fallen behind the sofa, which is great.
Oh, you'll never see that again.
Yeah, it was a cat, and here's you moaning about cats and all that. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Portentous? I think not.
What's great is that, like, I consider one of my many roles on the book, in addition to writing and lettering and editing,
Stop there.
is basically being like the kind of personal assistant to you.
Yes, in many
Because
ways.
my thinking is, Nick, he's the kind of guy he just needs a pen in hand,
biscuit in the other.
biscuit in the other, a song in his heart, just wind him up, let him go.
Yes.
He's like Ed the horse.
Sure, yeah,
he's
yeah.
great. So emails back and forth.
You've done all of that.
I do all of that basically.
If you could do more than all of it, you probably would.
So, but what I mean is that I'm often in discussions
About what I do.
where it's like I'm your agent.
It's
That's
like
how I
you're
feel.
my carer.
Carer is the
Yes.
word. Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll start the day with, so I had this email from someone at Macmillan and they want this. And
Yeah.
it'll be like, you've been talking about me.
Yes.
And my awful scrawlings.
Yes.
And then you have to sort of softly drop the bombshell on how much they hate everything I've done.
Yeah.
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 Which for the record actually isn't true.
But what I mean is
they,
that-
they did quite like most
So
of
it's,
it.
Yes, of
this
course.
one, but it's kind of great in a way
believe
where,
you.
like, say conservatively, there are like 5 voices
Yes.
on this book.
That's conservative.
Which one am I?
none of them.
Oh,
Oh no. 6 then.
no. Oh, definitely 6 voices on this book.
Definitely.
Definitely 6 voices. I just love
John, I've
how.
been meaning to talk to you about my cut.
No, you've mentioned it.
Yeah. Oh no, we've noted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, big conversation happens, a lot of back and forth. My general feedback is, we'll definitely have a look at it. And I'm aware that only one person in the room actually has to draw the damn thing. So kind of like,
Have a look at that. Oh, we've looked at it and...
yeah. We'll definitely get around to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that you're overselling my my part in all of this a little. I think.
You are the person drawing.
Yeah, I am. But
Yeah.
that makes it sound like that's the most important thing, which I don't believe that to be true. But yeah,
I only look at the pictures.
It's well true. So do I actually. Fucking hate
Right.
writers.
I only look at the central spine of any autobiography.
I just look at the gutter.
Just look at the just
Waiting for someone to show up.
look at the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's great at the moment is we are checks watch just over 3 weeks away from finishing book 1.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, yes.
Well, actually, by the time this comes out, it will be just under 3
Under
weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes.
And it's going all right.
It is.
Yeah, we're all right.
We
But
technically are on track.
what's great is
Technically.
that now I'm finally having my revenge,
You are.
where you over the Christmas period, I think, got a 20-odd page advance on me. Because I'm chasing up behind you now doing the lettering, and in the span of 3 days, I have lettered all of them.
It took me like 2 weeks to draw this.
And he's just letting them in a day.
Yeah,
Yeah, shat it out in 2 days.
Yeah.
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 Looking good, though.
It is coming together.
It's looking
It is
good.
coming together.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing it.
We
As part
might-
of my
So am
cut.
I.
Well, yeah,
Well,
you're
yeah.
I better see it.
Your
You're
cut-
coming around my house this weekend.
You can have one copy.
I want to see it this weekend.
Will that satisfy you? One copy.
for the boy, which you can have in what do we call it, like in care, like you
Yes.
can look after the
In
book
kind.
for. Thank you.
the
Yeah,
future
yeah.
first edition
Yeah.
generations.
First edition.
We
I don't
will
know.
get a certain.
We
we
will
will.
second reprint.
Just for you.
Yeah, there you go.
There's only one.
There you go.
And you might think that makes it sound like more valuable, but it won't.
Yeah.
Be less,
We'll make
yeah.
sure it won't.
And also, we're going to bury it.
Yeah,
We just won't tell you where.
no,
Yeah.
fine.
Like
There won't be a
this-
riddle
No.
or a map.
I look forward to that.
It's not like we can write or draw.
Ruining my life for the next 5 years. Yeah,
You
good.
just got to work it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would we bury a book? You just
Feel-
get into our mind.
I think
Yeah.
near the newts out the back. of
God
my
damn
house.
it, he solved it
It's
already.
so good.
Yeah.
He's so good. He deserves so much.
Get in the space. Get in the mindset. I'm Nick. I'm a big fucking idiot. Where would I bury?
Oh no, I know the newts
Oh, it's under your pillow, isn't it? Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's really. Oh no.
Fuck.
next to the horse's head.
So yeah.
So that's it, really.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. People fall in love with my shitty drawings.
And then you have to go with it.
It's a real first world problem. You're kind
Maybe
of
I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Maybe it's really.
You're kind of suggesting that like maybe you're a bit too good at what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice compliment in a way,
I guess it is, but
but a terrible insult in another.
it does sound like I can understand why it would sound like that, but it's also not because they're very bad drawings. Okay, I cannot stress.
You should
enough.
just explain to these people why they're bad.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, but this is bad, and here's why.
this is very bad.
Yeah.
and it looks like it's been scrawled on by a bat on
Yeah.
a wall of a cave.
Do you ever think of yourself as like the bad boy
Oh.
of children's publishing?
I do now
Because now,
You
like
should now,
you know,
yeah.
you're like, I don't care, man.
I don't
I'm
care,
like-
man. I'm gonna draw my way.
Yeah, I draw my way.
and I'm gonna put on a leather jacket when I draw now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a patch on it that says rebel.
with a toothpick.
Yeah, I'll have a toothpick in my teeth all the
Going-
time. I'm
yeah.
gonna get that hairstyle that's like a pompadour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what rebels have, right?
Oh yeah,
Sure, yeah.
yeah, I think so. I'll have to look at Wikipedia.
Probably. Get
Hey, that's a callback.
Star Wars.
That.
Star Wars Rebels.
That's brilliant.
Get
great.
in. Write
That's a
that.
joke.
Someone write that down.
Cool, right, do your hate, whatever.
People have stopped listening.
I hate the they'd have to start in order to stop.
Yeah, that is very
Yeah.
true.
True, yeah, fuck.
I hate the crushing inevitability of social media.
Oh God.
As in its demise? Or
Well,
oh no, I see what you're
yeah,
saying.
could be because-
the habit.
It was and is dead.
Oh yeah.
Like the dream is dead.
Yeah, it's lingering on as a corpse.
Yeah, but
Isn't it?
but
But
it's
it's dead.
Dead. It's
Social
a
media is-
people have had
zombie platforms.
It's ruined, yeah.
And after Elon Musk finally
Musky.
just
Musket.
started saying the quiet bit loud, you know,
yeah, it's a bit
the
unhinged.
subtext became text, where he's just like,
Bold.
I am a nasty racist.
Yeah.
I am a bad man.
Vicious piece of
A
shit.
vicious, malignant tumour
on
on the
society.
flank of society.
Yeah.
And a bunch of like namby-pamby, well-meaning people like us started abandoning the bad place, Twitter, and going over to Blue Sky.
The new hope.
I'd only heard of Blue Sky like 4 days ago.
Interesting.
Is
I've
it
never-
like, you know,
never
in
heard
Land
of it.
Before Time when they're going for the Green Valley?
I've never seen Land Before Time 17.
Yeah, because you've seen We're Back instead. Which is
We're
the movie
Back,
that only
which
you
is-
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about nearly the end of the dinosaurs and everything's desolate and wasteland, but then they're trying to find the mythical Green Valley where there's less trees and grass and like stuff to eat, whatever. And I feel like Blue Sky
Yes.
is the Green Valley and the wasteland is everything else.
Because I think Blue Sky was founded by a couple of people who had
Were on Twitter.
and then they'd been kicked out. They had to wait a certain amount of time before they were allowed
So
to
they're like, you can only come here if you're nice.
Well, for a while, it was invite only.
Right.
So you when you joined, you're given like one invite code
I see.
that you could pass on to someone.
Why did they do that?
Because they wanted to. Well, I guess they didn't want it to be Twitter.
But how I could invite an awful
You
person.
could, but I think
That would
you'd have to
reflect badly
know a
on
really
you.
awful person. I think it was
I
meant
see.
to be.
So the idea was probably
Yeah.
it would self-curate.
Yeah, I don't think they were necessarily trying. Originally, I don't think they were necessarily trying to like go no awful people. I
No,
think they
no,
were just
no.
trying to like we want fewer box.
It's become that, I think, as a social sort of symptom of
Yes.
society. Yeah.
So I think I joined during the invite period
Oh, right.
because I think someone invited me, and then I didn't. I like said,
nothing
"Hello, everyone. I'm on Blue Sky," and haven't done anything for
Yeah.
like 2 years. But now, of course, there's been this big exodus where everyone's like jumped ship from
Fuck
Twitter to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
All the art community we know.
Sure.
And the idea is like, well, look, if Twitter's going to become this right wing cesspit of like bots and AI and just hateful racism, then like Blue Sky is going to be like really chill
Oh,
and liberal.
cool, man.
But the interesting thing is
Still
that
sounds shit.
all
of it.
I know.
All of it.
This is the problem.
And I think this is it. Like, because I thought, oh, well, with everybody I know jumping over to Blue Sky, maybe this is going to like rekindle my love of,
And I can understand that.
Yeah.
Like, it's an opportunity for something of a fresh start.
yeah.
And maybe could have rekindled exactly how you felt when we began all
Yeah,
of these things
because
way back.
it's a bit rough around the edges, and it's like using Twitter from like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and you think, oh, this could be charming.
Yes.
I remember the day I signed up to Twitter. I remember it
Yeah.
quite distinctly, and I remember being quite excited
I was excited.
because the big gimmick was you can follow anyone.
Yeah,
And it's like I remember like
Yes.
following celebrities.
Yeah.
Which very quickly I became not interested.
yeah.
But like at the very beginning, it's like,
that was a novelty at the
I
start.
could
You
literally just follow Beyonce.
could-
Like bam,
Yeah.
I'm following her.
We're
follow
mates.
up celebrities.
We're
and
mates.
say-
We're mates. Yeah,
Yeah.
And because your previous social media experience had been defined by Facebook and, in my case, MySpace, like you couldn't follow anyone on
Nah.
those platforms.
No.
But now I could, so I was like treating it like you say,
Yeah.
I'm friends with Beyonce. Fuck.
and I had like pulled away from Twitter a long time ago.
Yes.
Like I
haven't we all?
had an account, but I wasn't really doing
Yeah.
anything with it, and I certainly stopped browsing
Oh yeah.
because I just
I've
was
not.
like
I've not had an account for
Yeah.
nearly 2 years.
Did you close yours?
Yeah.
yeah.
so did
and
I.
you're doing
I,
all right.
I don't
aren't
miss
you?
it.
Yeah.
I don't miss
closed
it.
No,
That-
it's
that-
all right.
actually, I'm amazed because I closed mine, but I wasn't using it at all.
Yeah.
But I'm actually interested to hear you've closed it because you did used to use Twitter
Oh
quite
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Like every day.
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to use it.
But
yeah.
it was a fast track to just feeling miserable.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
open it and you'd either see something really horrible,
Yeah.
or you'd see
Someone you
good
liked
people
retweeting horrible
about
stuff.
how horrible the thing was.
I
And
only
commenting
used to
on it.
ever use it for football initially.
Yeah.
And then I found myself getting sucked into things.
Yeah, and
Like,
you-
right, that's enough.
You find yourself getting angry or
Yeah.
het up,
Yeah, it's
or,
just hate engagement.
or you know, particularly if you're in the creative sphere as well. Like somebody would post something great, and you'd feel inadequate. You just
Yeah.
go like,
Yeah, some
"Oh,
achievement that
my
they had or a
God," like,
success or something. Or just, for me, it was like people would post artwork
yeah,
and I would just feel so like dispirited. Because
Yeah.
it's just like they're so fucking good and I'm nowhere near that good.
Yeah.
And it's like I didn't begrudge their skill and their talent. I actually loved looking at their art. But the thing is, when all you see, because of course it curates that, when all you see is great artists doing great work, it can't help but hurt you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like psychic damage, because
Yeah.
it's just like, well, I'm not that good.
you feel like, oh, I'm a failure. I should
Yeah.
be more.
I wish
should
I
be
could
different.
just
yeah.
appreciate their art, but I can't. I
know.
can't do it without shining a light back on myself.
Yeah, I know, and I guess it says more about us than it does about them. But I think that's quite an innate human response.
Yeah.
And so
Jealousy, basically.
I guess the interesting thing is
Petty
that, like,
jealousy.
Yeah.
I
I wish there was
thought
a word for it.
Yeah.
you know, with this kind of blue sky revolution that
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I'd fall in love
All over again.
with that again. But what I've realised is that, like, because there's been a lot of people going, we're going to socially engineer this place to be nice.
That's never
And
worked.
2 weeks later,
Yeah.
Success
Oh, yeah.
rate.
Within
It's
a couple
just-
of months, it will have gone.
and I don't think it's like a failing.
Because guess what? People are fucking awful.
And anyone
Yeah.
can join now.
Yeah, anyone can join, but also like, it's such a tough one because like the best of intentions can't change the fact that human nature is quite grotty, and there are good bits in people, but I think Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever that format is, it's just weaponized to bring out the worst in people.
Yeah. I remember hearing once that humans are really only designed to know about 50 people
Yeah.
because, like, we've been simpler caveman type humans for way longer than we've been this new technologically civilized version of human.
Yeah.
And back when we were that kind of human, which we've been for like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years, we had these little communities where we'd know about 50 other people, and that was it. And our brains are wired to understand how to manage that many relationships. But when you have kind of this artificial
Everything.
5,000 relationships on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, it just breaks you.
Yeah.
Because then you start to see more than the people you care and curate
Yeah.
to want to see.
I think you keep your coping mechanism is to keep coming up with things where you can like cultivate what you're seeing.
Yes.
So that you'll like block certain terms or you'll block people. But all you're really doing is then you're reducing the world down to maybe like 50 people.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh wait, I should just have friends.
Yes.
Like I shouldn't
that'd be nice.
And I should just meet those for dinner from time to time or hang out with them for a beer.
Yeah.
And then I should go home and be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know. So yeah, I think that's it. And I think I've just realised something about myself where I'm like, it doesn't matter what label you slap on it or who built it or who owns it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be for me anymore. And I don't think it
No.
should be for anyone.
No, I think you're right, and I think it's a wisdom that you've realised that. But also, I think I've got to wonder that maybe it was just never a good thing.
No.
It was billed as and presented to us in the early days as something. Oh, you can keep in touch with so many people and all your friends and everything. It's like, but it was never good for us.
No.
This is fundamentally non-human.
Yeah. It's like every sci-fi, so many sci-fi settings have said, oh, this came this great moment where like humans connected to the
Yeah.
virtual space and everyone just shared their ideas and everyone's idea was beautiful. No, it turns out if you take like the top slice of everyone's brain, that's where the
It's
filth
filth,
lives.
yeah.
You're
that's
so
not
right.
That's not
Yeah.
where our noble soul lives. That's
No.
where we're petty
That's where
and judgmental.
The bit that you're not supposed to see is.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so true. That's quite powerful. That.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's not talking. It's just kind of, I don't know,
Oh yeah.
chuff. It's just kind of
Even yesterday, I kept because Instagram's on my home screen, or was until yesterday. I said to this, I've taken Instagram off my home screen, so I'm just naturally clicking it.
yeah.
I'm just looking at nothing.
Yeah.
In the evening, I've just like, right, I need to just.
Well, with everything
I've not deleted it because sometimes it's nice to have a look at what people are doing or post
Yeah,
a
yeah,
picture that people can see of the boy on stories or whatever. But I just thought, right, I'm going to take it off the home screen, and then every time I go to do it, at least I'll think, do I really need to go on it?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I'm off Twitter and Facebook's
Yeah.
pointless.
No, I've not had Twitter or Facebook on my phone for
Yeah.
5-6 years now, and
Yeah.
I'm so much happier for it.
Yeah. It's so much better.
I downloaded the Blue Sky app onto my phone, thinking like this will be it,
Yeah.
and you know, I had it for a couple of weeks, realised I was feeling objectively worse about myself and the world, and I was like, wait,
Oh, this is the answer.
uninstall. And I was like, oh great,
Oh, it's
Oh,
gone.
lovely.
Yeah.
I can do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Fuck social media.
So there we
Fuck
go.
it.
I think this could be like this.
Anyway, like and subscribe.
Yeah, this is the next 25 years. It's not going to be a tech revolution. It's going to be going for walks and reading books.
I think it actually might be.
Yeah.
You know, there's that idea of the dead internet theory.
Yeah.
Which is this, like, the internet will become a place where bots talk to bots, and bots post content, and bots like the content and comment on the content, and there's not nary a human was involved. You know, and it's like Facebook has just announced that they're going to create a shit ton of AI users, so not real people.
Yes.
So that when you post something on your Facebook, you'll get 10 extra likes than you would have done before.
I don't
and
want
so it'll
them.
make you feel
Yay,
better.
I'm popular.
I don't want them.
But all those extra likes are from made-up phantom
Yeah.
people, and it's like you are literally contributing to the dead internet theory in such a objective way that I honestly do believe that in like 10 or 15
They've
years...
given up. I think Zuckerberg's given up. I think he's just gone.
I think he's
let's
scrabbling.
Let's just make what we can while we can.
Yeah.
And that'll do.
Yeah.
But he's making bad decisions as a result.
I can
he's
retire.
rushing. He's doing bad. He's having bad ideas.
Yeah.
He's quickly trying to solve problems.
But
because the house is crumbling.
It's like committing to a Viking funeral, but we're all in the building that he's setting fire to.
That's so true.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to like jettison yourself into space, go for it, my dude. But
why are
don't,
you taking us
don't
on with
take
you?
us with it.
Thing is, guess where the one place that bots and AI don't exist is the real world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they can't get it.
They can't get you if you don't go on the internet.
It's so true.
I know. It's hard because, I mean, times are hard at the moment, you know, and I have to keep telling myself that there is a world outside the window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that song told us.
And it's a world of dread. Oh shit.
No, not that. No.
Not that
And the sun is shining. And if I fell down in the street, I think more people than not would stop and help me.
Yeah.
I have to keep
Someone
telling
would
myself
kick you.
that.
I would.
Yeah, someone kick me,
I'd
but
be-
then
I'd
I'd bite
kick
their
you.
fucking
I'd keep
shins
walking.
because it was a plan. And I've got their wallet.
I'd keep walking. I'd be like, oh fucking John's on his ass.
Yeah, I'd be like, I know.
Yeah, show off.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris, help me.
No,
Remember
I'm
me?
not Chris. I'm Peter.
I'll get a call the day after like, John was out last night. Fella fell through the front door at 2:00 this morning. I know you were with him. And he was, oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's all right.
He's fine.
He's
yeah.
fine.
He'll be
It was,
all right,
it was a
all right.
learning experience.
He only lost one leg.
Anyway, do you want to shit out some loves?
Yeah, why not?
Shout out.
Content, baby.
Toddlers at Christmas.
Aw.
Toddlers at Christmas is great fun.
That's charming.
It was good fun. Despite our boiler woes, we had good fun.
We can't beat that.
So,
No.
so Christmas Day, we all woke up in our matching pajamas.
Okay, that's weird.
No, it's not.
No?
It's not.
You ruined
Everyone,
it a bit.
but everyone does it.
Drank the Kool-Aid.
That's true.
Christmas.
Everyone does do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You got to
Me and Ali
embrace these
didn't- Me
things.
and Ali didn't do it.
Got to embrace them.
We didn't have a toddler.
Um,
That's probably why.
And he opened some of his presents, and he was having a nice time.
Did he actually open him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Using his
And
hands.
during the day, you could tell he was like learning what actually presents were and what it meant, and that people were giving them to him, and it was a nice thing and that kind of thing. The night before, he knew something was going on and was like
Did he?
struggling to sleep because he was excited, but I don't think he knew what
You
about.
worked him up into a froth.
I think that was probably my
His
fault.
midichlorians were...
Yeah,
Sparky.
Star Wars.
That's cool.
Spiking.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was a disturbance.
And then my mum turned up with about 5 bags of gifts, and he ran away.
Oh, really? Is it too much?
Too much, overwhelming. But he came back around, opening his presents. Then he got the concept of giving presents during the day.
Oh, that's
So we'd say, take this to Nanny, or take this, and then we went to Liz's parents later in the day. Take this to Granddad and whatever, and he would literally just go and take the presents to them.
Well, that's
so that was
adorable.
that was lovely. We had a nice meal, and he seemed to have a genuinely nice time.
Did he have some of the
Aw.
food?
Yeah, oh yeah, he had some duck.
No,
He had a bit of roast
duck.
dinner.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
we had duck.
We had duck.
I was going to say that, like, you know, always roast duck. People might get the impression that, like, you're living a very decadent lifestyle.
No.
But then I remember your house was utterly freezing.
Yes. the duck heated the house for 5 days. And Christmas Day was very nice, very wholesome.
That's very nice.
He was in a terrible mood for 3 days afterwards.
Are
Because
you
he'd
finding
had such a busy day?
as a father of a young boy
Yeah.
that the Christmas spirit is coming back into your heart?
I'm excited for future Christmases when I'll be like building things, and
Oh.
playing with toys and
Yeah.
things that I used to do.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Because I feel a little bit like the Christmas spirit has left me, and I
It's
lust
for kids.
it.
It is for kids.
But this is it. It's like I had it when I
Yeah.
was a kid, and maybe the way to get
Well,
it back.
no,
is- maybe
it's-
that's why I should have a child.
It's for everyone,
That's
but
the answer.
it's adults get a lot of different things out of it. It is what you want it to be when you're an adult.
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Because it's like about food and
That's a
having
good way
time
of
off from
putting it.
work and whatever, I
Yeah.
think, for adults. Whereas as a kid, it's about the magic.
Yeah.
and,
What
and
about
Lego. Used
And
to
Lego,
be, used to
yeah.
be about Lego.
And getting-
yeah.
What's
getting
about
cool
Lego?
shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
That kind of thing.
Lego and Game Boys.
Like some of my best memories are like getting a TV at Christmas or
Yeah.
whatever it was. A computer one year I got, like a PC and that kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
and it'd be nice for that to happen again. But I'd be the one buying them this time. That'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. Can we
Can't,
buy them for yourself?
can't build a Fortnite voucher.
No, well,
Let's hope it
there
never
is
comes
that.
to that.
I mean, I can floss now. You ask Liz.
Oh, he knows
it
the
now.
thing.
Really?
I know how to
I
floss
can
now.
floss for like a bit and then I lose it.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm at.
Yeah.
I think that's the hips.
Oh
It
yeah.
hurts.
yeah,
It
you
bloody
know,
hurts.
yeah.
Turns
I
to
feel like I'm going to
dust.
throw a hip out. Literally. Oh, there it goes. But I can do it. So
Well,
there you go.
that's
That's,
what
that's
matters.
something.
That is
So yeah, toddlers at Christmas. Like he's at a nice age. Where we went to see Father Christmas. We went to see reindeer. All of that. We went to a little church carol service. All very nice.
very nice.
Very wholesome.
Well done.
Thank you.
I've got love.
Yeah, go on.
Found out about real life superheroes. They exist in the world.
Yep.
There are people out there, as I'm sure you probably have either guessed or found out, that there are people who dress up and claim to fight crime.
Yes, I have heard about this.
But there are some that are quite interesting. So, for example, in Britain, there is a man called Angle Grinder Man.
Oh, no.
Now, I feel like he could have stopped at just
Angle
Grinder.
Grinder is
Yeah,
actually
that would have
much
been
better.
really cool.
Yeah,
We need
yeah.
the man,
But he went all
yeah.
the way to Angle Grinder Man. He's a self-described wheel clamp superhero.
Good. Oh,
Right,
no.
his whole thing is he claims to use an angle grinder to illegally cut wheel clamps off vehicles, which have been clamped in.
Is that heroic?
But
though?
this is clamped in by police and parking officials in Kent and London. However, police indicate that they have received no word or complaint of his actions.
Oh,
So I don't know whether he does anything.
he's just claiming to.
Well, I mean, who would complain?
Yeah, who would complain? Yeah.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure breaking the law is technically the work of a superhero.
No.
That's like an
I think he
anti-hero
thinks
kind
he's
of
like a
thing.
Robin Hood of the people.
Yeah,
Maybe he's like, I'm
yeah.
the Joker.
In
I'm a little crazy.
in Queens, there's a guy called Captain Oyster. And he's fucking 67 years old.
Yeah.
And he patrols his neighborhood looking for late night crimes to solve through, in his words, intimidation and intellectual discourse.
Oh, that'll get him.
So he's it's one fist, intimidation, the other, intellectual
His
discourse.
cock, yeah.
His cock, yeah.
Does he throw oysters at people?
I don't know why he's called Captain Oyster.
Wait, where is this based?
This is Queens.
Are oysters big in Queens?
Queens.
No idea.
Is
I mean,
he
everything's
throwing
probably big in
pearls
Queens,
of
depending
wisdom?
on where you go.
Oh, is it pearls?
Pearls of wisdom, yeah.
Maybe.
Could be.
And then he turns over, spreads them. He's like, look inside my shell.
He spreads his shell.
Oh,
Look inside my shell.
He's got a shell on his cock.
he means his cock. Yeah, he means his
Yeah.
cock.
And then my favourite was one of the earliest examples of a real life superhero was California's Richard Allen Pester, whose alias was Captain Sticky.
Oh,
Bad start, right?
oh no.
Starting around 1974, clad in a blue jumpsuit with gold cape and boots, and driving the Sticky Mobile,
Yeah.
Okay.
he campaigned against abuses in nursing homes, supplied information on health insurance frauds to the authorities, and advocated for consumer rights.
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't
why?
that-
Why Sticky?
Not sure.
That's just Martin Lewis.
He testified before the Federal Trade Commission hearings in 1978 and Congress in 1979 wearing a suit.
In costume.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he was arrested in 1986, here it is, when he rented his house to a film crew shooting pornography.
Good.
So he really did become Captain Sticky.
Oh, that's great.
What an absolute hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Everything for the people there. Consumer rights and porn.
Yeah, consumer rights porn.
Really. And there's many more, but I really did cherry pick a few that I thought were specifically weird.
Yeah.
Surely the challenge is that regardless of what you do, whether
Yeah.
you're intellectual discourse, beating people up, you're throwing oysters at people,
What, yeah, opening your legs, whatever. it
opening
is.
your legs, you know,
all of those.
that's fine in a comic book where Batman can just exit the scene in the Batmobile.
Yes.
But if you win or lose, you're like, well, and don't do it again.
Yeah, fuck.
I think you've got to like just turn and walk away
That's such a good point.
because you've got to get home.
Yeah.
And it's like someone's gonna follow you.
Yeah, and even if you hop in
Probably.
the Sticky Mobile,
Yeah.
You know.
Or on a bus.
or just get
And
a
it could
bus,
be, yeah, anyway, you're never
Yeah.
truly alone.
you don't get to just exit the scene
No.
like a fictional
you
character
can't
does.
grapple hook away.
No, you'd have to walk away and show
Yeah.
your back.
Superhero does feel like a generous description of what these people are actually doing.
Yeah,
I would suggest.
a lot of them, because I've gone down a long database. There's a database online, and a lot of them do just sort of like they wander the streets at night and they give food to the homeless,
Okay, that's quite
or
nice.
you know they help
fine.
drunk people,
Well,
Yeah.
or they tip doormen and waiters and stuff. It's really weird. But it's like they're just doing good.
yes.
But it's almost like you want to be a superhero, but you don't live in a world where a superhero is needed.
Yeah, because
And so you're creating a need.
I guess kind of like could you do it without the mask?
Yes,
Yeah.
objectively. And then also people would know, oh, it's Richard. He's nice.
Yeah.
But
But also, if you're doing
maybe
a
they
nice...
go around calling themselves a superhero because that's what they want to.
Well, this is it. And it's kind of a bit sad in that respect.
Yes.
It's like helping people, good. Wanting to be like the vengeful crusader, kind of a bit sad.
Well, in Cool Town,
Yeah. Do
where
have
we
one?
live, we have the Guardians, who
Oh,
are
yeah.
the group who help drunk people
Yes.
get home.
That's right. But they're not wearing masks.
No, but they cosplay as police officers.
Do they?
Yeah, because they're not the police, they're not the fire brigade, they're not the ambulance,
But they wear an
they-
outfit.
People recognise
that is reminiscent of a police officer, and they have cars that have like checkerboard patterns.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's not legal. Though.
Well, no, because it's like it's not the police. It doesn't look like a
because
police
for one, you're
car.
not allowed to have blue lights on your car.
No, they don't have lights.
It's just people,
Okay.
people
No.
associate those things.
Yeah, but if
with
you have a white car with a checkerboard pattern,
What can they do?
it kind of looks a bit like
And therefore a bit.
it's reassuring.
it looks official.
drunk people.
And if
And I
you-
guess you need to be
If someone's lost
to be
control of their
expect-
senses, they
to
probably
be accepted, right?
yeah.
yeah,
Because if you just rocked up looking like me, I was like, I'm going to help you. It's like, fuck off. You
Hi,
weirdo.
I'm a guardian. Fuck
Fuck
off.
are you? Yeah.
but they would
Why'd your
do,
dick out?
but they had terminology that was like quasi military.
Oh really?
So like they tweet about it back in the day, and they go like at 2 a.m. we found a drunk female in need of a ride home, so we deployed Operation Florence as per standard procedure.
This is like playing pretend a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm like, you
You could just be good people.
you could just be helping people. You don't need to be pretending you're like a
It's a bit performative.
yeah. It's a bit
Yeah.
weird. I get
People
an
like
odd vibe.
notoriety.
Trying to trust my gut more.
Yeah. It's funny that as well that because we live in a world that doesn't require superheroes, it means we don't have supervillains. And in many ways, supervillains make superheroes necessary.
Yes.
But no one's going to dress up and be an awful person.
Yeah, because
Not,
they don't.
not in that way.
Because they
anyway.
don't need to. Because we reward them just for.
We have awful people.
Yeah.
They don't need to
exactly,
be secret super people.
Anyway, there you go.
Wonderful.
I've got a nice easy love.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love a deep tissue massage.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So I've today I had
DTM.
my second
DTM.
session.
Time for another DTM.
Oh, you had a second one today, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Had a follow up. Got some vouchers for Crimbo.
Was
Oh,
it
yes.
bum this time?
It was the bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum.
No,
Is it bum bum?
They work up to the bum.
marginally less bum. He went straight for the bum.
Did he?
Yeah.
First time, straight to
yeah.
the bum.
Because I was like, he's like, what's the problem?
Bum.
Because
Bum,
I
yeah.
booked in for
Always
like
the bum.
booked in for a deep tissue massage. And I was like, got a lot of lower back pain and a hip pain.
Oh, well, you were just asking for
and
it.
he's like, get on the table, we'll work it out.
Take your
know?
pants off.
Get in there and take your pants off. Yeah.
No, so you are going to have to remove them. Yeah.
I've got a little ear infection. Get in there and take your pants
Yeah. And he found the ass and
He found the
the
ass,
lower right ass.
Oh, right.
So we're talking like lower
quite
glue.
so.
Stop showing me your ass.
No. You see,
Mr. Simpson, no.
look me in the eye, and yeah, and he started, kind of, and it was a very painful 45 minutes.
Yes.
You paid him for that?
Yeah, and what interesting is that sometimes you have a massage, and they'll put on like some Enya, they'll put some scented oils on, they'll put light a candle,
Sure.
and it's like. And you go, oh, this is so relaxing.
So
It's beautiful.
relaxing.
And what is interesting is that he put the music on, but then proceeded to just beat the shit out of me. And he was great. Honestly, it was a fantastic experience. It's really helped me. And this the
Does it
follow
feel much better then?
it really does. And the follow-up session I had today was fantastic. He might actually be fixing a lot of the problems I've lived with for quite a while.
Oh, shit, maybe I should go see him.
He's very good.
Yeah, yeah.
I would recommend him wholeheartedly. But it is very painful.
Yeah, I'm prepared for. I'm
Yeah.
happy to take pain if it means fixed.
Yeah, it just means that it's just evil leaving the body.
He's doing
That's
a
right.
He's doing a fine
Yeah.
job though.
Beta cuck leaving the body. That's what it is.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Good.
That's. Yeah.
I mean,
give
we're all
me his
men of a
contact.
certain age, and I'm now thinking maybe I should go.
You're really selling it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's outlandishly
Isn't
good.
it weird that John just said it really hurt and he touched my ass, and me and Nick have gone, yeah, we should probably go. To
Two
that.
objectively bad things.
Yeah, and we've just
it's
gone,
like,
yeah,
ooh,
that
you
sounds
touched
really
the
good.
ass,
Yeah,
dude.
there was a lot. I mean, I was kind of, I was making noise. I was
Sure.
like, ah!
Involuntarily.
Yeah,
Because I would be in that sort of situation. I would be very reluctant to make a noise.
I'd be
No,
worried about
'cause I'm-
fart.
Yeah, but also I'm
If he's
quite.
squeezing my ass.
I could get embarrassed quite easily. I'm an
Yeah.
embarrassable boy.
Look at me.
And I've been in situations where people might make noises, and I have not. I've held
Ah.
them in.
right.
Well, that's tension, isn't
Yes.
it? If
Yeah.
you're holding something in.
Oh yeah, I'm full of
Yeah.
tension. Look at me.
Just-
I'm like bubbling over with it.
Because he'll say like, and if the pressure's too much, let me know.
It's like I'm never saying.
But
a
he'll
word.
like, he'll and I'll go like, "Arr!" And he's like, is that all right? I'm like, no, yes, it is. It's fine.
I just can't help
Yeah.
but make
Because
this
I
noise.
want to get healed.
This is the thing. You want your money's worth, right?
So I feel like I've got to be hurting a bit.
Whatever
Otherwise,
you do not hold back.
yeah.
Take me to fucking Pain Town.
Yeah, but make up a point where I will beg you to stop. I'm telling you now, ignore that man. that man is a liar.
You
Come
need-
up with a safe word. I
Yeah, you
cannot
need a
pronounce.
safe word. You need like a
So I can never say it.
Yeah, slap my ass. What? do you say? So yeah, grand. Yeah, I feel like
Wonderful.
I'm getting there.
Give me his deets.
I feel good.
Yeah, I'll take his deets.
Yeah, deet me.
So what do we think won? Love or hate? Or Star Wars? I don't know.
Yeah,
Or Star Wars, Sonic. I don't know.
one of the franchises.
Sonic Wars. Someone's probably done that.
Space Skirmish.
We can't compete with fucking Toddler at Christmas.
No,
can we?
he's
I mean,
actually
that's-
magical.
That's incredible.
Maybe
yeah.
we're growing as
Yeah,
people.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
God love him.
Oh,
Would have been nicer with a heated house, but what can you do?
Yeah. Do you want? I mean, I guess you won. Do you want to say anything?
Yes, I win.
Happy New Year, everyone.